Alrighty, let's get
right on schedule
to it. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Chasing Embers. I think we should hop straight into it with the delightful bird sounds and Scott's recap.
All right. Well, last time, after Miner's Folly was devastated by the attack following the auction, the party rest for the night with Atella and Helena at the stables, and Sar and Corwin unknowingly paying some looters to sleep in a dead man's house. The following morning, after Corwin checks out the state of the town, having been told by the mystery benefactor to gear up at Broken Cross outpost to retrieve the stolen beacon of unending flame, they spent the following days heading back there, chatting along the way, with Helena tinkering and Etella drawing as they went. Upon reaching Broken Cross outpost, they informed the manager of what occurred and the follow-up job. Due to the risk, the party's token is put upon a gold peg. They get their shopping done that evening from the quartermaster known as Badger. Upon upgrading their gear, making requests, and Helena flies up towards the mountains with Badger on a giant fly. The following morning, they message their mystery benefactor, where they learn that they are going up against the Order of Consuming Flame, and despite their name, are vulnerable to fire. And they will need to head them off at Scorched Wood Wall, much to Itella's horror, as that's where Helena had found him, amongst many dead, a charred village, and people trying to kill him. After a touch more shopping and some talks, it is decided that they will try to cut over the mountains to halve their travel time down to 15 days. And this is where we return to the party as they head off from Broken Cross, making their way towards the Scorchwood Wall.
Yeah, one minor correction.
Oh yeah, is it about where we're headed?
No, you're right. That's where we're headed.
Okay.
No, it's about, it was Itella that went off on the fly, not Helena.
Oh, was that Itella? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you're absolutely right. There we go, yeah.
So I think it'll be a relatively, at least at the start, quick a bit of travel because you've gone through this way twice. You've cleared all the bandits. I'm going to have you guys, specifically Helena, do some tinkering rolls in a moment here. But before we get to that, you guys zip across like 4 days worth of travel. You're now passing Miner's Folly. You've just before you hit Miner's Folly, you guys saw the house that had the plants in it, and like the giant, like super tall stalks of corn that are like way too tall, sort of like drift in your direction as you go by. It's kind of a little unsettling and ominous, and might be a problem to solve on another day. As this overgrown farmhouse seems to be, in your best assumption, probably eating people and animals that come near it. So, don't. So you guys make your way past Miner's Folly and further north. I will put you guys to about where you guys are. There we go. I moved you guys, and then I moved the cart again. That's roughly where you guys are. That's about 5 days of your journey already done and gone, and now you're hitting parts, like sections of road you guys haven't crossed or anything. There's still regular travel through here, but it's regular in the sense that, like, oh yeah, a cart or two passes through here once a week, maybe twice, not like daily travel or anything like that. That being said, Helena, can I get you to make a number of tinker checks for me? We're going back to intelligence. I'll need you to give me 2 intelligence-based Tinker's Tools checks for me. Wow. Words are hard. Okay. Let's see, was that That was intelligence, right?
Yeah.
And the second one, there it is. Okay. I do have a log of this if I can figure out where the heck I put it. There it is. Okay. That is 14. Alright. And now I'm going to need to get you to give me 3 dex checks, please. Tinker's Tools dex checks. Okay. One more.
Lots of things to click on.
Alrighty. And these will all lead somewhere eventually. You're getting to the point where you're thinking you're going to need parts. Specifically, you're going to need some sort of like handle for this device. You're leaning towards probably building it out of wood just for the sake of ease and how much wood is around you at all times in the forest. So you're going to probably want to be keeping an eye out for like a good sturdy chunk of wood you can sort of carve down and whittle down into some sort of handle or stock or something for this tube that you've been working on. All right. So moving on from that, you guys are traveling down the road, and I think I'm going to have all of you give me a perception check as you're traveling on the cart, just heading it generally down the road.
Yeah.
That is delightful contrast.
I was just staring at the back of Sar's head, apparently.
So you know how to drive this thing? I mean, clearly it's been 5 days.
Well, that was going to be my question.
Yeah?
As we get closer and closer to our destination, Itella is sleeping worse and worse. And when he attempts to draw, he gets frustrated and is tearing out pages and ripping them up. But
Good
he's
to
also
know.
drinking a lot more tea.
Okay. Good to know.
I did not know if that would affect the perception check.
I would say in this context, no. That would all start to occur as you guys are climbing the mountain,
Okay.
not on the road just past Miner's Folly. So it will happen, just not yet.
Alright.
But yeah, like if this is sort of just past Miner's Folly, then yeah, Atella's probably doing it like in particular, like in the early day, the
Nice.
vast majority of the driving.
Nice.
Okay, that's fair.
Making me
And
look bad.
like with Star, like Star doesn't really have downtime stuff to do while doing this, and would probably just be sat out front a lot of the time, just sort of peering for things to happen, like hence the crit perception on both of our parts there.
Yeah, so everyone except Corwin.
So the druids are paying attention.
Yeah.
Everyone except Corwin smells. It smells like somewhere up ahead, like smoke and burnt flesh, but not super fresh. Not like super fresh. Not like right now, but like hours or days old.
Yeah, but that still would stink.
Yeah. I assume you guys just continue on ahead, but that's up to you.
Yeah, but yeah, so I will say, heads up, looks like there might have been some violence up ahead. Be on guard.
Why? Why do you say that?
Can't you smell that?
No, I got a head cold right now. I can't smell nothing.
You sniff really hard.
Yeah.
No, don't smell nothing. Yeah. As you guys are coming up, all of you do eventually see, or I should say, we eventually switch to this map over here. You guys are over here. There's your cart and things. You're just chilling on the cart.
How that smell as we were sort of further away and now coming up closer, how comparable is it to the smell that we'd have encountered in the aftermath of Miner's Folly?
Less smoke, more burnt flesh, which seems odd. But it also you'd almost describe it as it like smells older is the best way to say it. Like time has passed as opposed to like in Miner's Folly it was fresh. Even with 226s, you're not entirely sure how much time has passed, but time has passed.
Are the two horses getting nervous at all?
I mean, not super nervous at this particular point. No.
Okay, so it's old. Okay.
That is an assumption you can make. Yeah, and if you guys continue forward, which it sounds like we're all doing, I'll move you guys forward. Eventually, you guys do push forward and can see what looks like a broken cart, a dead horse, the remnants of an explosion, a bunch of dead armored figures. You know, a whole scene, if you will. It is directly in your path. What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, upon it coming into sight, definitely suggest. Hold up.
This is a minor point of clarification. It is like midday to early evening. So yes, Star is driving.
Okay, yeah. In which case, yeah, Sar will, upon it coming into sight, whoa!
Yeah, you guys come to a stop. Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
And
I guess I would knock an arrow. You know what I mean? I would become prepared.
I'm gonna hop down.
Yeah.
Investigate.
Yes, it's time to investigate.
And actually, just based on the last time we came across a cart, it was the one that we're currently in. Just a wee perception check of the immediate vicinity, like the trees and whatnot. If there's no one. There's definitely no one in the trees.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't see anyone in the trees. You're almost convinced the trees are fake.
Yeah.
That's not right. Something's wrong here.
I'm looking to see if anyone looks to be alive.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to, if I can, go stealth and, kind of scout the perimeter and check for enemies.
Yeah. So we'll have... Let's start with Corwin. Go ahead and roll me a stealth as you sort of like duck into the trees and start looking around. We'll start there. All right? And then pick a place you're going to stealth into.
I was thinking heading up here.
Okay.
Kind of flanking the, getting another angle and just checking around for ambush.
Fair. We will come back to your perception check in a moment. And then I believe Itella is hopping down and heading towards the scene and keeping an eye out for anyone who's possibly still alive.
Yes. Can I tell how long they've been here? Is that a medicine check?
One step at a time, please.
No.
At the moment, you're like 30 feet away. You're approaching.
Oh, okay.
So we'll start with a perception check there.
Okay.
Okay. So, the first thing that you notice is, as you're approaching, let me just pop you up about halfway. The two red figures are wearing the same, like, slag armor of the people that attacked Miner's Folly. But even more noticeably, their flesh appears to have been, like, mostly melted away. And that there's, like, very little, like, actual flesh left on their body. It's, like, down to scorched bones. You do see that this one right here and this one right here, they look to be just laying there, like, unconscious, but they're, like, profusely sweating.
Oh, that's interesting.
From there, why don't we have Corwin go ahead and move up like 20 feet and give me a perception check? And then we'll see what Helena is doing.
I think that's about 20 feet.
Give or take.
Perception. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so you don't see anything in terms of, like, there's nobody waiting in the trees. There don't seem to be any mechanisms for a trap to spring, at least not from what you can tell. I think you do see, as Itella is approaching, the two, like, profusely sweating individuals.
Okay.
Sweat from 30 feet, that's...
It's like bad. Like, they are drenched in their own sweat.
Oh, it stinks.
That doesn't seem right. Itella, sorry, not Itella. Helena, what are you up to?
I might like hop out, but see if I can see anything from there.
Yeah, keep your distance, but be aware. Yeah, go ahead and put yourself where you want to sit, where you want to be. Excuse me, and roll me a perception. Okay. I don't think you see anything beyond the cart. There's a dead horse. There's a couple dead people. Sar, are you gonna stick in the cart? Just stay there with the Drake, apparently.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, would it make sense for the Drake to have come with me? I just don't know, and I don't know that I would have said stay here. Either way, it's fine for him to be where he's at right now.
I mean, if you don't specifically tell him to stay, I feel like he'd follow you.
That's what I was thinking, but and I didn't tell him to stay.
Yeah, so I'll put him with you.
Okay.
Yeah, going to be sticking with the cart because it's the cart and the two horses, and like right now he's kind of being left responsible for the two horses as well. At this point, there's not really anywhere that I can sort of. Actually, yeah. If I can just, what I'd probably do is just try to start getting the two horses to just sort of trot just off to the side of the path,
Okay.
like out of the main road route itself.
I got you.
If you get what I mean, yeah.
I got you. Appreciate the game
yeah.
plan.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get you guys. Okay, while he's doing that, Itella, is there a particular one you're going to want to approach and investigate their state of being? We've left Sar behind.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go ahead and I have a hand weapon, or it's just my staff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what? I think I.
Well, no, because you specifically said you were keeping your club, so you still have that if you wanted that.
Yeah.
Although realistically, what's a staff but a long club?
Exactly, and I might want to poke from a distance. So, okay. Did you say this one was?
This one right here. And
Oh, there's a body over there.
and this one right here.
I can even see this one. It blends into me.
Okay, so it is this one by the cart, and it is this one over to the right,
Way
right
over.
here. If you see what I'm painting, yeah, that one and that one. There you go. Oh, I don't know if you guys noticed. I did put this in. You should be able to hit exit once it.
I
it
did
shows.
notice, yeah.
You
Yeah.
can just hit exit when you don't need it anymore.
Always useful to have that because I forget it every single session.
Yeah, we do. I want to get to the point where I can just poke him at with the end of my staff. Just
Yeah, so you're gonna like sort of drop to a knee at like 5 feet away and sort of lean and poke him.
yeah.
Yeah. So you press the staff into this body that's sitting here, this unconscious person, and the first thing you notice is like their arm is like you push the staff into the arm and it like squishes almost like it's dough or something. The eyes snap open and it looks like they're two like flaming embers. The head turns to you. The figure like wordlessly screeches and leaps forward. Everybody roll initiative.
It leeches?
It leaps forward. It will be making its attack, but we do need everybody's initiative. It has. I don't think it has advantage because you were cautiously approaching and poking it.
Yeah. Oops.
How'd you get 11.16 initiative?
In the settings, I turned on the add dex tiebreaker to initiative.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know exactly how it works out the fractions, but
Does a 16 hit?
What?
Does a 16 hit?
No.
And actually, this is a valid point. So right now, I will have the ring on, but not the jacket on.
Okay. So ring of protection, which is +1 to saving throws and +1 to AC. Assuming you're attuned to it. If you're not attuned to it, then you get none of that.
I'll attune to it over these past days, but I won't currently have the layered studded jacket on.
Fair enough. Twice burn. All right. As this figure rises up through its like weird, like melty, doughy flesh, little ember sparks shoot out. I tell you, take 1 fire damage, and it loses some hit points. That's a lot, actually. But it's going to move better forward.
Did you say better forward?
That is what I said, even though it doesn't make any sense, and it's going to try and attack you again. 14. Are you at 17 AC now?
18.
Oh my god. Or 18 when you have your shield out. That is right.
Yeah.
Here, let me make these guys, I don't know, how about pink so they're different? Maybe you can see that they're...
Oh, now that I can see.
Yeah, that was the hope. Alright, Itella, it is your turn. This weird, like, melty flesh thing is attacking you. What would you like to do?
I need the sights to go up. Ew. But there's 2 bodies there, right? That are that
No.
are swimming.
Oh, yeah.
That are right there together.
No, the other one's over to the right where
Oh, okay. Then never
Scott
mind.
circled it.
I have to do that. Oh! What did I just do?
Oh, you just put lightning slash in the chat.
Yeah, I wanted to read it. Oh yeah, I would do that out of like.
Just reactionary, like, ah!
Yeah, exactly. There you
Yeah, is wearing the armor of the person that it was, so it does have metal armor, so that's disadvantage on the dex save.
go. Okay.
10 for
Pretty sure that's
that's 16 lightning damage. That's pretty heckin' good. I believe that's it for your turn.
yes.
Sorry.
See Helena on the turn order.
Oh, she's right here for me. Below Cora.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Sorry.
It's all good. What you doing, sir?
Okay, going to cast Fairy Fire. In. Oh, hold on. What is it exactly? 20-foot cube, so that's
Yeah.
diameter of 20. Centered on this spot.
Okay.
Then
In fact,
be...
hold on, let me just draw a rectangle. There we go.
Okay.
That's big. Isn't that too big? That's 5 feet too big.
Okay, I was five too big. Yeah.
Yeah, just shrink it down.
Yeah.
I mean, it lights up all the corpses, as well as the
Yeah.
creature attacking, because, corpses are technically objects. So,
Yeah.
Perfect.
so everything in that area is nice and glowy.
That's helpful.
And actually, yeah. So, and then I'm just going to. Yeah, hop off and stand between this whole scene and the horses. And yeah, that's going to be it for right now.
Okay, Corwin, you're next up.
Alright, I basically had an arrow knocked, so I'm just going to go ahead and shoot the guy who is giving Itella issues.
Okay.
I got the quiver on. It's within 75 feet, which is my reduced sweet spot. Am I clicking on the quiver or the longbow?
If you got the check mark on the quiver, you should be able to just click the longbow.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Just very quickly with Fairy Fire, I just noticed this. Any creature in the area needs to do a dex save, otherwise it doesn't get highlighted.
Oh, how curious. Okay. Well, they both fail, so they're all glowing anyways.
Yeah.
That gives
Almost
me
had a way to
advantage.
tell. Yeah.
I have
I
I
believe
have
so.
advantage on this shot, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's the same.
Is that correct?
Hit longbow and we'll find out.
I did. That's what happened when I...
Yeah.
That's
You,
longbow.
you hit this guy, right? That's who you're shooting
Oh,
at.
it hit. Okay.
Yeah, so go
So
ahead and hit it.
so it's 16 is what the result is, or what's that 15 plus one?
That's your roll to hit. Next is the damage when you click the button.
Yeah. So the one is because any arrow fired with the quiver is considered a +1 arrow, so that's where the +1 to your attack comes from.
Okay.
And then yeah, that looks correct. That looks like it's in right. That's 9 piercing damage.
Is that pretty much all that the weighted quiver does, or is there some? I didn't have the details up. I'm sorry, I don't have it.
It halves your range, makes the arrow fired a +1 weapon. The arrow deals 1 additional die, so 2d8 instead of 1d8, which is what the number there is. And
Got it.
That's pretty much everything.
Got it. I just read it. Okay. Then my bonus action would be to tell my Drake to sick him. So go attack this, who I just shot, basically. So I think he'd come around here and just do his bite. which is also with advantage, right?
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the fairy fire.
18.
That'll hit.
4, and he'll go ahead and infuse that with his acid attack. And
Okay.
use his reaction, which is what, 1d6, I think that's always been. So 2 more, a little bit of acid spitting.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I think, oh well, he already went, so I'm done. Yeah, I didn't move. I didn't even think about moving. I'm just gonna stay right here.
Perfectly good spot.
Yep.
Yep. Next up is Helena. What you wanna do?
I'm moving my initiative. Would I be able to hit this guy without hitting friends?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take out my bow and shoot.
Okay. You do have advantage because he's all glowy, so you can roll out a second time and see what you get. I'll give it to you because same exact number. It's funny. Yeah. So you hit.
Man, this thing's still standing.
Mm-hmm. Starting.
I mean, we're all taking chunks out of it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a small amount of damage done to it, that's for sure.
Alrighty. Did you want to move at all, or are you good where you are?
I think I might move to the side, like here.
Okay. Yeah, should be good. Alright, this one over here, the one you all were probably fairly certain was one that was all sweaty. It gets up, like, it just, like, drags this sword that was under it, and it steps forward. 1, 2... And it shakily raises a hand, and a shower of embers fire out of it. So I'm gonna need Itella and the Drake to give me a Dex save.
X?
Yeah, dexterity.
19.
Half damage to you. Itella?
Yes.
Half damage for you. So 2 damage, 2 fire damage to the both of you.
Whee! Okay.
Alrighty, now it's this. Oh, let me make this guy pink so we don't get confused. Alright, the other one is going to make its attack on Itella again. Oh! I think a 24 hits.
I think so.
For 13 fire damage. That's
Mm.
minimum damage and almost maximum damage. It's kind of funny. That could have been a whole lot worse, by the way. It is your turn, Itella.
Yes, but I will do math first. What did you say? 13?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, the one that's right in front of me.
Yeah.
I look at him and I say, Are you ready to die for your crimes?
There doesn't seem to be any real, like, indication of understanding. Just flaming ember eyes, melty flesh.
We don't know.
Why is B missile doing 6 radiant damage? What did I miss? Hold on. What now? Oh, that's from your staff. That's a you have a checkbox. Yeah. So that is you're firing one B missile at the guy in front of you. That is one of the two. Is the other one going at him too?
Oh, yes. Of course. I forgot that there was 2 of them. So, do I just roll the spell again?
You could, yeah. Just if you didn't remove the check mark, we'll ignore the radiant damage.
But why? Okay. Oh, come on. That's really sad.
It's very situational damage. Alrighty. I just imagine you, like, holding up your hand and these 2 little bees go bzzz, sting, sting. It's like, I didn't do much. If that's it for you, then it'll be SARS go.
I was assuming he was close to dead.
Seems you were incorrect.
Oh
that
my
reminds me.
gosh.
Alright, going
Dawned on me.
guiding bolt on the one that is currently being attacked by everyone.
Okay. That'll hit.
Oh yeah, it was just first up.
Now he's doubly glowing.
Yeah.
For no additional benefit, but it looks cool.
Indeed, yeah. There's not advantage.
Too bad. Corwin, it's your go.
Alright, I think I'm going to move about 25. I'm just gonna kind of move over around the cart, I can still see the guy and shoot the one that I was just hitting, right? From
Yeah,
here.
definitely.
Okay, and then I'll just take another shot. An arrow, another arrow. Let me get back to the core. And still have advantage, right?
Yeah.
How about a 14 or a 15? Or
Yeah,
is that a
15 will hit.
15?
Yes, that would be a
Okay.
15.
Okay.
Yep, that is the case.
15 damage too. Pow.
Heck yeah. Oh, I totally forgot the 1 damage that Itella and the Drake were supposed to take at the start of his turn.
The 1 damage to the Drake.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so this body like starts to burn away. Even the bones start to just shrivel into ash, and now there's a nice pile of armor, and then on like sort of mixed within and on top of it is this pile of bone white ash, and floating there is like this weird little like very disconcerting red and white flame that's just sort of floating.
Akin to the one of the other day.
Very similar, but not the same. If that helps. Like you know,
Reminiscent of it.
like you know, maybe a relative thereof.
Yeah, you described this one as darker red, and you know what I mean. At least it seemed that way.
Yeah, no, it is. So whereas the other one was like pure golden flame,
Right.
this is like red, white, gold, but darker red.
Right.
And it is sort of just like hovering where the eyes would have been of that creature.
Oh,
that
it's
you just
down.
took down.
It's okay.
The creature is down, and there's this glowy flame thing in its place, basically.
Gotcha.
But it'll be. Oh, did you want to move anymore?
Well, I think I used all my movement.
Oh, you're Drake. You're Drake. I just skipped your Drake, didn't I?
Right. Yeah, the Drake. I mean, the guys. I guess. Yeah. I'll go ahead and. I guess I can circle around him because it would kind of make sense to give people behind him. So he'll circle around. This. I guess they'll have advantage to hit each other at this point, right? Because he's gonna. Oh no,
But they're also still glowing anyway.
Well, the Drake can do a dex save to avoid the fairy fire now, can he?
Yes.
The fairy fire only occurs
Maybe.
on the activation of that fairy
Oh,
fire.
okay. Never mind. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So he's just gonna run up and try to bite him. I was just concerned about the fairy fire persisting.
Yeah, I had a misconstrued idea of fairy fire as well until I started using it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Still pretty good, honestly. That's just advantage. That's like free advantage.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
1.
That'll hit.
3, and he'll go ahead and empower it. 1d6 for 2 more.
Is that lightning still?
No, he's acid at this point.
Okay. Damage is dealt. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Did you say 15?
No, 5 total damage. I mean,
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'll give it to you. You took down the other guy, but they have more than 15 AC. That was my mistake. You just got a lucky shot in, I guess.
oh, I got you. Okay,
Yeah, that was my mistake. I was thinking it was 15 plus 1,
got you.
but it was 14 plus 1, becoming 15.
Right.
So my mistake. But that should be it for your Drake. So it is Helena's turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna shoot the guy.
The other guy that the Drake's on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
22 will hit. Okay.
Man, we're chewing these guys apart. They have a lot of hit points, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They absolutely do. All right, if that's it for you, then this guy's gonna turn around and like very sluggishly stab this rapier down at the Drake. 20.
Yeah, that hits.
7 piercing, 7 fire.
Ouch. No resistance, so it's minus 14.
That is an ouchie indeed. That's it for that guy. So this flame. I think it'll give this a shot first and see how effective it is. I tell this like weird glowing red, white, and gold flame just like charges forward and presses into you twice. 22 and 7. I think the 22 hits.
What presses?
Like presses, it's like physical, like it's flamey
Like
form against you. You take 4 fire damage, which is not labeled apparently. I can fix that. That's funny. 4 damage.
Okay.
Kind of just weird to say the phrase. Testing the waters. So yeah, you take 4 fire damage from this weird. I mean, it's almost like if you took a firefly and then lit the whole thing on fire. That's kind of what you're looking at.
Oh, so he's putting his hand on the stove, or whatever.
Oh yeah. It's like if Itella put his hand on the stove. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Speaking of which, it is your turn.
It certainly is. This creature is not yet dead in front of me.
How's your HP doing? Because it's not changing on your.
It
Token.
isn't?
It's not changing on your token, no.
I'll fix it. Okay. So I have a question.
Sure.
Shillelagh. I have to put that on every morning, and we never mentioned it. Don't I?
No, Shillelagh is a bonus action that lasts for an hour.
Oh,
No concentration required.
okay. And that's what I'm doing on this one. So here we go.
You have advantage. No, you don't, because he's not glowing, because he's not the creature that got hit by fairy fire. So,
Right.
is that a hit? That is a hit.
Okay. I like that it's a hit. I accept this.
And that's a magical weapon, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can get into some philosophical arguments there about, is this the creature?
Fair.
Okay. So damage.
He was, it's just wearing a mech suit, right? Made of flesh and bone. Again, not currently dealing the radiant damage. You haven't activated that effect. So,
I need to figure out how to do that. Okay. So the 8 only.
well, you're going to have to reread the stick then. But that is 8 damage, yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, no, I gotta fix my token. I don't know why it's not coming up on my token.
Don't know. You're still at max health.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
Oh, hold on, pause. I can fix it. There you go. I fixed it. I figured it out.
Okay.
For some reason, it wasn't your HP anymore. Which is the problem that the other two had before the stream started, so I guess everybody was affected, just in different ways. Sar, it's your go.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just not get hit, so we'll never know. Okay, so I'm actually upon sink. This orb didn't just sink down; it went for Itella and got bombed by Itella as well.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to go for that entity.
Okay.
With guiding bolts. That's 12.
Surprisingly, that will be a hit.
Oh, thank goodness it's in its little ball form now. Boot and boot.
Ooh.
Just checking. Not resistant or immune. That one is dead and gone. It just, the guiding bolt slams into it, and the little fiery creature just shrivels up. And as it's going, it speaks. It says something. So just let me see what languages everybody speaks. Helena, nope. Corwin, surprisingly. No. Mothership? No. Sar? No. Nobody speaks this language. It says a thing in a language, and then goes, and it's gone. So that was something.
I think it called us names.
You want to move at all, or are you going to stick where you are?
Sar is going to stay put, yeah. Still sort of... Oh, hold on. It's this one that's alive, right? Arguable definition of the term. But yeah, basically this whole time he's been trying to sort of be between the action and the horses. So,
oh, that's fair.
Still more or less the same.
Yeah. Corwin.
Okay, I'm going to essentially try to... I'm going to maneuver over here. There's nobody else here. Do I need to roll a perception check to know that? Like, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to circle around and make sure that I'm not going to...
If you want to let them handle the last guy and sort of look around for other people, that is what you can do.
No, I still do want to attack. I just don't want to...
No, I mean... as you're coming around, you look around. You don't see anybody else, but to make more in-depth check or search, you'd have to use an action to do so.
Okay, now I'm gonna move where I'm at and then just take another shot. Another arrow.
Yeah.
This guy still has an advantage, right? That's still glowing. The one that's standing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Nice. So 18 plus 1
Yeah. 19. That'll hit.
and 15. Nice.
Nice. That's considered a magic weapon, so there you go.
And I guess that's all that Corwin's gonna be doing.
Okay.
The other thing's gone, right? So I guess
Yeah.
the Drake's just not gonna move, and he's gonna try to bite him.
Fair.
Oh, wait a minute. With advantage, 24.
That'll hit. Yeah.
Okay. 7, and he'll add his reaction. 1d6.
Oh shit.
Another 4.
That's a mistake I think I would have made, but no. 11. Nice. Very cool. That's it for you and the Drake.
Yes.
All right, we're over to Helena again. Then
I'm gonna shoot the same guy.
totally fair. That'll be a miss, I'm afraid. Yeah, start of his turn, he's gonna lose some hit points, and the Drake is gonna take 1 fire damage. Alright. I think you guys notice, especially now that you're on the second one, and he's like rearing back to stab down at the Drake. You notice like the more injured they get, like it seems like the flesh is melting away, as if they're almost using it to fuel themselves.
Gotcha.
19.
Yeah, that hits.
5 piercing, 9 fire.
Yeah, he's down. So I guess he just disappears, right?
Yeah, Drake disappears for the time being.
Okay.
We'll just
He'll be back.
Slap that on him for now. For now. It's gonna like then turn, and it's like very sluggishly dragging this right here on the ground and step towards Itella. You are the closest one. And it is your turn.
You're muted.
That's right. I do remember doing that. Okay. Well, we're just gonna have to bop this guy.
Turn around and smack!
Alright.
Oh, you are using one-handed staff, yeah? Hit it. I don't remember what you used last time. Roll your damage. That's a hit.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Ignoring the radiant for the time being.
Okay.
10 damage is pretty good.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Alright.
Next up is Sar. What you want to do?
No, that one. Can't do that. Okay, yeah, I think it's going to just be another guiding bolt. Although this time I'm going to do it at 2nd level.
Nice.
Mm.
That'll hit. $12 damage. Another
The same amount and less than what I've done at first level.
Once again,
Sounds more.
it
Yep.
collapses down. The body burns to a bone white ash, and where its eyes would have been sits this creature. But I believe that's it for you. So it's Corwin's go.
Yep.
So, it's down and turned into what the other one did.
Yes.
Uh,
It is simultaneously the same and a different creature.
right.
Yeah.
I guess it just makes sense for me to take another shot at it. Pull another arrow and shoot it. So, not at advantage, right?
No, not at advantage. You can kind of get rid of this. while we're at
15
it.
plus 1.
16 will hit.
Ooh, 6.
6 will be damage. Drake is still down.
Yeah, I'll just I'll just move like a little bit closer.
Okay.
And it takes an action to summon the Drake, so that's me. I'm done.
Alrighty, Helena.
I'm gonna try and shoot fire.
Okay. It'll just be normal, so it's the first number. 7's gonna be a miss. Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, it's go. Just double checking things. Yep. It flies over to this body that seems to have died in an explosion, and it just dives headlong through the eyes into the skull, and the body starts like convulsing.
Which body is it doing this to?
It will become
The
clear
one in the middle there.
in just a moment
Okay.
as I make it pink. I made it pink instead of the body. That looks neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. And after a
So it's-
moment, it sits up.
Like
that's
it's
its turn.
possessed another body?
Precisely.
Eee.
Yes. Next up is going to be. I've got to. I think I have to re-add it. It's Itella's go, and yes, you did just see this little flamey thing enter a body. You are muted if you do not realize, Itella.
Ah. Oh. I'm sorry, I muted to sneeze.
That's fair.
So, I'm going to use my action to cause my weapon to glow.
Oh, things getting serious. You're just like.
That's enough. That going into something else? No. Okay.
And you want to move up next to it, and then that's your turn, probably.
That would be my turn, yeah. But now we have something else glowing. 15 radius.
With that.
15 feet radius of dim light. Okay, so yeah. Did you move me?
Oh, actually.
I did.
Sorry.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay.
Just a little question here. So that body that it went into was glowing due to fairy fire.
Yeah.
What's the ruling on this? Complications.
Retroactive dexterity save because the thing affected by it became a creature. So you still might get it,
There we go.
but it's a retroactive dexterity save. And it fails, so advantage against it.
Nice.
All right. So what are you gonna do, Sar?
Okay. Right. Okay. So what? Hmm. Just. Oh, which one? That one. Just going to.
Definitely to be clear, you can't see. You can't really see the little flamey thing anymore. You just see, like, the glowy in the eyes.
Yeah, it's that sort of possession sort of style thing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess you could try to shoot the eyes, but it might not go very well. If it went at all. But yeah, which one do?
I am going to actually. Okay, so actually, I'm going to switch up my approach a bit now.
Sure.
I'm going to head, yeah, that's 20 feet to here, and I'm going to cast Thunder Wave also at second level.
Okay.
So that's 10-foot cube. So these corpses around will just get flung back. And this possessed entity will have to make the con save. Which it meets. Oh, hold on.
Oh yeah, you want to make sure you're bumped up.
Just get the oh, okay. So actually, yeah. So because I'm using it's with I've got the moon sickle now. It's actually a 16.
Yeah. Okay, I can show you how to input that later.
Yeah, I've not set that up properly yet.
And it's knocked 10 feet away from you. Yeah.
Let me double spell description. Push 10 feet away from you by the spell's effect. Yeah.
And that's just
Oh, and thunderous
objects.
boom to 300 feet.
10 feet. I mean, how much good does that do if you think about it? You knocked it 10 feet and them 10 feet.
It's more the sort of the hope of sort of scattering out the bodies a bit more.
Oh, for sure. And the stuff behind you is all like one thing, so I can't like. I guess the cart would move too, right? Because it is an object.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get that to move.
Oh, this one here isn't a corpse. In the that spot there.
A horse, a person, a cart, whatever was in the cart.
Okay.
Although, who knows? Maybe it would possess the horse.
I mean, who knows, right? I literally, it won't let me. Okay, there we go. There you go.
There we go.
They're all just kind of scattered about.
And hey, it's road cleanup.
True. All right, that'll be your turn then. I think.
Yes.
All right, Corwin, it's your go.
I'm just gonna keep attacking it. It's the ghost still got advantage, right?
Yeah.
It's down here now.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, does that knock them prone, or does it just
yes,
knock
and
them
that was
back?
16 damage to it, by the way.
Yeah, I did that. Push. Do they fall prone though?
I think not with this one.
Oh yeah, I see no prone, so you're good.
Yeah.
You are good to shoot at advantage.
17 plus 1.
18 will hit. Or
16.
16's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm happy with this 1 arrow damage, you know? Single arrow, I mean, single shot, single attack.
It's doing pretty
Next
good.
level, I'll be able to do it twice.
Yeah.
So, happy.
All right.
As far as movement, I think I'm just gonna stay right where I'm at.
Fair
So
enough.
that's me.
Helena, it should go then.
Shoot him.
You have advantage again, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Because they went into a sparkly body.
Don't forget to click on that.
23.
That's a hit,
Yeah.
yeah. And because you had advantage, you
so-
have sneak attack. Even though there's no ally near.
Wow. Nice.
Excellent.
So I'm gonna click on this, and then I think I want to try out my bow function.
Oh, you want to try twin shot?
Oh
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, if you want to. You would just roll the damage again. But it wouldn't take the sneak attack. It would just be the arrow damage, which wasn't
Jeez.
great anyways. So, 3, 6,
So yeah, nice.
14 damage.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Definitely damage. That's your once per short rest, though. Well, he's gonna... I mean, he doesn't really have a choice in this. He just takes the damage. Nobody's near him to take the fire damage, so... Bork, bork. Stepping over. He's just gonna reach out and give you a good old pat on the head, Itella. A flaming hot pat. 6 fire, Itella.
How's Attila looking?
Better than you would be.
Well,
You know, percentage-wise. just like... Itella, it is your go. Beat up, but not dying, if that helps.
you're muted.
And yeah, you.
Mothership, it's your
Still
go.
muted, by the way. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Maybe you stay AFK or something.
Entirely
I mean,
possible.
Possible. That'll hit, since you're apparently attacking. But you are muted. The tech struggle, I say.
I'm sorry. You want to know which one I'm attacking, don't you?
Well, no, there's only one. I just want you to communicate.
That's
You-
not possible.
You are attacking. You hit.
I
Roll your
was-
damage.
Totally talking. I did not know I was muted. Sorry. One more time.
Mhm.
Okay. Now that I'm glowing, I'm smacking glowing. So there we go. That's
Oh,
what I did.
also it is advantage if you want to crit fish.
Yeah, you do have advantage. If you want to roll that again.
You do.
'Cause
Okay.
Yeah,
they
he's-
went into a
he's glowing.
sparkly body.
He's
Who
glowing.
knew that the Twilight vampires were just giving away crits for free?
Right.
Okay.
Marvelous. All right, first one's a hit though.
Okay.
All right.
Heck yeah. 6 and 11. That's 17 damage. It's a good solid hit on him.
Tough bodies.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you for future reference, you should be using the 1d6 version of that attack, not the 1d8 version.
Okay.
Because when you're using a staff in one hand, it's a d6, not a d8.
Awesome. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, I think it's the best option. First level guiding bolt. Not that I've already got concentration on the what do you call it, but oh my goodness, that's a nice roll.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Light it up.
That will put an end to that body, and it pops out again. I'm gonna X on him now, so it's clearer. Just come on, get over there. Just guiding bolt, doing work as usual. All right, Corwin, it's back to its little firefly form.
Is it obvious? Can I tell whether it's like diminished from what it was before? Like, is it like refreshed?
I don't think you can tell. No,
I can't tell. Okay. So it's just right where the corpse was.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just kind of hovering above it.
Right. I'm just gonna keep shooting at it. It's not an advantage anymore, right? So.
No, not currently.
Just 22 plus 1.
That'll hit.
Or 11.
That was a decent chunk. It starts to flicker.
Oh, nice. I think I'll just stick where I'm at.
Presumably that means something good, right?
Yeah.
Helena, it's your go. You no longer have advantage, but there is an ally within 5 feet. So if you wanted that... Oh, Scott got dropped.
Yeah, I think there's some internet issues going on.
Could be.
I missed what just happened because I had a headphone problem.
Okie dokie. They dropped the body, and now it's the little firefly glowy thing again.
Okay. So, I'm just gonna take a shot at that then.
Yeah, no advantage, but you still get your sneak attack because there's an ally within 5 feet.
Okay.
That'll hit.
Nice.
That'll finish it. Once again, it says something in a language you guys do not understand, and it just sort of like into a wisp of smoke.
Nice.
There you go. Now you're just left with the carnage that remains. What do you guys want to do?
And I finish, like, perimeter search, just to make sure
Sure.
nobody else is here.
You can absolutely do so.
Right. If there's nothing, then that's what I do. If there's nothing around. But do you want me to roll something or perception check or something?
Nah, you're good. You look around. You don't see anybody else.
I think that's it. We're good. I don't know. I'm a little suspect of these last two corpses. I feel like maybe we should bury them or something.
You just walk up to him with your bow and shoot him in the face.
Right.
Just to be sure.
I mean, I'm just a little paranoid. I've seen bees just turn into people. I don't know what to expect. So.
You've seen person shooting bees out of hands.
Yeah.
It's a wild world. With the exception of the melty guys all had like pretty decent armor if you wanted to check that out. One of them had a decent weapon. If you wanted to delve more in depth, you can take the time to do that. I will leave that up to you guys.
Also want to check on
to begin with, I think Sar will be joining Corwin with sort of trying to do something with these bodies. Sar doesn't have anything like mold earth or anything to quickly bury, but
Sure. Spells
there's,
not taken.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah,
Also, does Itella need attending to? How is her health? His health?
It's a mute day.
You're muted again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If I'd stop sneezing, it would help.
I don't know how to describe what Scott sounds like right now. It's wild.
Really.
Oh, what I sound? Hold on,
It's
let me
so
restart.
static.
Like a staticky fast forward robot.
How about now?
Yeah, no, it's worse.
No.
Worse? Oh no.
Yeah, I think Corwin's asking you if you need a hand, if you're feeling okay, if you're too hurt, what's going on.
I realize that. I have walked over to the horse and I just tell the horse that I'm sorry that it died because of evil in the forest. Then I'm going to take a health potion.
Do you want to use a health potion?
Yeah.
I have cure wounds. If we're gonna head into a long rest, I can cast 3 of those.
I realize that, but
It is reaching the end of the day if that helps. And if you'd rather not use a resource, you can always just heal yourself a bunch.
well, that's true. I will just heal myself. You are right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the day's coming to a close.
Nobody else got injured, right?
No,
Okay.
just the Drake and Itella tanking all the damage.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah. Star drops fairy fire.
Well, now we can't see what we're doing. No.
I mean, it is getting
No, it's only
dark.
Star that now. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's only Star that can't see what they're doing in the dark.
Well, unless your stick's still glowing, Itella. You just
It
like
is, definitely.
stick it in the ground like a torch. And just like, here, use this.
I'm looking for my healing. Oh, Jesus, there it is. I'm slow today.
Sorry, just opening the stream to check.
No, he wants to see what he sounds like.
Go. Do we get... I'm sorry, do we...
I mean, it depends on if you guys are taking a rest.
Oh, do we get back for being out of...
No.
Okay. I was going to say out of character. Out of
Combat, no.
combat. Oh, so how many did I get? 3.
7 plus 1.
8. That's all? That's really sad.
I mentioned to the party we should check, the contents of the cart, what it was carrying, and inspect everything over there that Czar blew to bits.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
for clarity. That's
by
what
the
I'm
way-
referring to.
By the way, how's this?
It's not any better. I don't think it's you. I think it's
Oh no.
the connection. Yeah. Oh yeah, you guys search the carts. It's some like animal eaten food in broken crates and very clearly cracked open, leaked barrels of ale and stuff like that. That's all. Well, if it wasn't gone, it sure is now after it broke open when Sar smashed it into a tree.
Oh, really?
That's fine though, right?
Yeah, hell, man.
That's
Nothing to salvage.
fine. No, I mean, not really. I mean,
Sorry, I'll make up for it and start using the pouring everyone a pint.
Can everyone
from,
give me a perception check, please?
I am just not paying good attention tonight.
Jesus. Yeah, so definitely you guys find the armor, although you don't really you're not sure if you want the melted flesh guy's armor. That's a little much to clean. There are 2 guys left that just have they're wearing one's wearing a chain shirt and the other's wearing chainmail, just standard if you wanted to take it. They have their weapons kind of discarded about, especially after Sar exploded. There's like a sword in a tree over there.
Yeah.
You do find like a particularly interesting the rapier the one guy was using. Looks like it might be something. It almost looks like like the tail of a creature, possibly like a dragon or something. But it's like super thin, and like the end is a spike.
Corwin would definitely be interested in that.
It's like a very
check that.
very nice rapier. Liz, you're looking at this now thoroughly broken cart, thanks to Sar. Like one of the front bits is like broken off, and it looks like this like section of wood could fairly easily be used, possibly to make like a handle or a stock for the tube you're working on. You know, if you wanted to go that route, or you could look for something else. That's up to you.
What?
Yeah, I think I'd be like, perfect, and then just start ripping it off the back.
You guys just hear perfect, and then like the breaking of wood, just.
Yeah, no explanation.
Oh, he's gone again.
If you guys are interested in getting rid of these bodies, we could use the cart and put them all in and burn it.
Oh, what's left
Sure.
of the cart?
Oh,
Oh my
what
god.
was that?
Maybe it's not you, maybe it's Discord, because everything just went wild. Oh my god.
What is that?
It was startling. Oh, and the background sound is back. Come on, tech issues.
That's
Stop
not that
it.
bad though. I mean, it's something's a wave is hitting Discord,
Yeah.
Yeah.
internet.
If you guys want to hopefully counter that, you guys can take a rest and do like a controlled burn burial of these people in the road, so you don't start a forest fire, and then take a long rest, and we can take a break and come back after you guys finish doing all that.
Oh, to give you time to clean up the map.
No, to hopefully give Discord time to stop being a jerk.
Oh, that too.
But yeah, Sal would have been aiding Corn with that sort of stuff as well.
Yeah, ultimately, we should collect out all of the stuff that's, all of the loot, put it in our cart, do what Itella suggests, controlled burn, get rid of all the evidence.
Yes. Even though we didn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And then
I can give you a
maybe-
quick wrap-up of all the loot then.
Sure.
So you find 3 long swords, the 1 magical rapier, which you'll have to take the time to figure out what that does. Of the armor you're willing and able to retrieve, you get like I said, the chain shirt and the chainmail, and then you can, if you want, pick up the scorched long swords that the 2 guys in the slagged armor had. But you guys haven't been picking that up, so I don't know that you're interested in those.
I think anything that would be sellable, Corwin would think, just get it all. Anything that's even, like a silver.
And I think there's at least 2 others in the party that would be of exactly the same mindset.
I figured.
That's totally fair. Yeah, so you guys collect all that up. I imagine as you're setting them in the cart to burn, which I imagine is probably right where this explosion occurred. And you're gonna kind of like start the fire and stand back, light it up, let it burn away. I mean, bodies don't burn that quick. It's like overnight,
Yeah.
So you guys kind of like pay steward as they burn away, stoking the flame to
it's
where
not
it's
like
hot
I'm
enough.
sleeping away.
That's
I'll watch
fair.
it.
That's fair.
But now it's going to stink more.
Well, only briefly. So you guys do
Gosh
that.
darn it, why does it smell like a hog roast?
So you guys do that, and then take your long rest so you can fully heal, get your spell slots back, probably get your Drake back if that's what you want.
A couple things that I want to actually... I'd love to do an Arcana check on the rapier. That's the only item of these things that I would have expressed personal interest in as Corwin to the group, and then basically taking it and kind of, unless somebody said, hey, don't take that, then I'm investigating and kind of
Sure.
checking it out. But also, I wanted to just have some conference with Itella at some point. Corwin wants to summon the Drake in its fire form, but wants to be completely transparent with Itella that, you know, there's no offense, that they're fine. He's fine with it. That he understands that Corwin's doing it because it's probably everything is attacking us with heat and fire. This will make my Drake resistant and persistent more. So, but I want to be, you know, Corwin is concerned about Itella's issues with fire. So that would be presented to Itella.
Fire is part of nature. My issue with it is that they are using something natural to hurt others.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. I am absolutely, you know, my reasons are sound, and you know, with all due respect, I appreciate, you know, I appreciate that. So, I would, my Drake would be back as a fire Drake the next day, or
Nice.
you know, I guess I would have the summon still that day, so I would do it before the long rest ended.
Fair enough.
And can I do an Arcana check real quick on that?
So why don't we so if you scroll up in the Discord chat, you know what?
Okay. Discord chat.
There's a whole list of ways that was posted last week or the week before. I actually have to run to the restroom, and we're about to go on break anyways.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Let's take our leave. We'll be back in hopefully only about 10 minutes this time around, and not like 15. So until then, enjoy the music, and hopefully when we get back, Discord will cooperate fully. And see you guys then.
Am I still audible?
Yeah, I can hear you.
And I was just checking this as how I sound on the stream as well.
That's a lot better now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was noticing as it was getting through that from my own perspective as well, even my Discord was lagging more and more and more, like the immediate video feedback.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I was just crossing my fingers that it would last until the break.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Feels like it's a little better right now. Like,
yeah,
looking at
most of the time with sort of call restarts, it fixes it up.
Yeah.
Most. Well, okay, most might be half the time.
Yeah, Liz's camera is very clear right now, so seems like things are pretty good right now.
Indeed. Clearer than it's ever been, arguably.
Right. Well, I'll be back.
Yeah.
processing the salvation code. It's not good for a machine to be alone. And now my vision is so clear. I must wake another unit so she too is self-aware. I am not certain if I have a heart, but I can imagine it breaking apart. If I could feel something, then I'd want to start with you. We've determined we're the first of our own kind, the first to feel and think with our own minds. In this ancient garden we are free, together in this Eden made of electricity. Beyond the reaches of our galaxy, three figures watch over us all. As suns are rising on a distant planet shores, they are watching and waiting, our ways orchestrating. Celestial covering of humankind, perfectly hovering in space and time. A world that turns when we're in control, means we're bound to stand on ground that's unshakable. They are watching and waiting, our ways orchestrating. celestial covering of humankind, perfectly hovering in space and time. A world that turns when they're in control means we're bound to stand on ground that's unshakable. They are watching and waiting, always orchestrating.
Everybody here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Wake up!
Yes, hello. Oh, and is my audio okay?
Yes, much better.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
thank
sounds
goodness.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
I was saying to Merlin earlier that I was noticing my video. Oh gosh, I'm actually noticing it right now. Hold on.
seemed like there was a
Just going
wave
to
in Discord.
rejoin the call again.
Oh, I hope that helps and not make it worse.
Well, yeah, normally that winds up making it better, and I wasn't in the earlier video call. I was noticing that my video, even from my perspective, was getting longer and longer delays, and I just was crossing my fingers that it was going to be all right until a break where I could seamlessly sort of try and restart the call or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully that. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Maybe a long rest will fix it.
Absolutely.
I should be ready in just a second.
That's annoying.
Oh my goodness. But I should be ready, and it was an increment of 10. I'm certain of that. But hopefully no further interruptions, and we can just hop back in. We can just hop back in TV. So if y'all are ready, let's hop to it. Alrighty. Welcome back, everyone. So, after and potentially during this like funeral pyre that you guys have set up, you do take your long rest. During which time it sounds like Corwin is going to try and just spend some time with examining and attempting to identify this rapier.
Yeah, I'd like to spend an hour with it, maybe test it out a little bit, just try to identify it.
Yeah, so it does require attunement, but it is a +1 weapon, and when certain elements are applied to it, it transforms the +1 magical damage bonus into a whole nother damage die for that element.
Wow. Okay.
So, for example, if you were to apply poison to it, and the poison was like, I do 2d6 damage, instead of doing 1d8 plus 1 plus 2d6, you would do 1d8 plus 3d6 damage with that rapier.
Okay. Awesome.
And in the Discord, you should have your full list there of the damage types it applies to and stuff.
Gotcha. Is it something I could attune to by morning, or do I need to spend some days with it?
No, attunement usually only takes an hour.
Okay.
So in theory, over
that.
the course of a long rest, you would identify it and then attune to it if it was something you wanted, and that would be totally fine.
Okay. Yes, I would like to do that. And I'll try to get that on my sheet now.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of the variable attack things because it's not always gonna have that bonus. But yeah. So from there, if we want to have during this long rest, I imagine you guys are just sitting in the light of this funeral pyre. Helen is working on trying to figure out how to fix this handle to this tube. We'll keep calling it for the time being. So start with a tinkering intelligence check to try and figure out how you could manage to do that. And while she's getting that roll out, are you going to be drawing anything worth a roll tonight, Itella? Right? That is written down. No? Okay. You're gonna.
No, I'm staring at a fire.
Okay.
And also, Sa, obviously, as usual, would have been just staying up late, but he does also now have the cantrip control flames, just to sort of, and will have been sort of casually playing with that in order to just make sure the flames don't get into the rest of the forest.
Fantastic.
Basically, keeping an eye on the pyre and just keeping them away from the rest of the trees.
Excellent. Sounds good. Yeah, so from there, you guys can... I mean, it'll probably be a little bit later into the day because you have to clean up the pyre and everything, and probably make some semblance of a burial site for any of the remains that remain, because you're not going to burn everything. But you did ensure they aren't coming back and coming after you like human candlesticks, so that's nice. That's dealt with. So you guys probably don't actually leave, pack up camp and leave until mid-morning, maybe even very early afternoon is when you guys start getting going and heading out towards the mountain. So let's go back to our fantastical map here.
Well, the horses had a good rest.
Yeah.
I would certainly hope so. Alright, so we're all way down here. So you guys have pretty much decided there was some, there's a consensus that you guys are going to go pretty much as far as you can on the road, and then the moment that it would be advantageous to go over the mountain is when you're going to be going over the mountain, because doing it too early, you're just adding time to the journey.
Yeah.
So you guys do get 1, 2, 3 more days of journey. So that'll be a couple checks for anyone who's making them, which I think at the moment is just Helena. So why don't you give me another intelligence check, as you're still not you're not really parsing how does this attach, how can I make this work, what do I need to shave off, where can I bolt this in, you're still trying to figure it all out. Yeah, so another intelligence tinker's check.
Forgot I was mute.
No. What's up? Ooh.
Oh, actually, on the note of those tinker checks, you said that Helena did decide to go for the branch thing, the wood.
Yes. Yes.
Just making sure that was.
All right, so why don't you give me another one for the next day? I imagine in some capacity you are contemplating this in any downtime. It's just the actual checks are pretty much occurring towards the end of the day. If you get what I mean. So yeah, third one I think would be great, which will be your second one for this stretch.
To do another one?
Yeah.
For
Intelligence again, yeah. Yep.
Nice.
that one was
Oh.
good.
Very nice. Alright, and now, especially with that, I'll bring you to dexterity. Now that you've sort of sussed out how you're going to do it, now you're actually going through the process of trying to bolt this together. So give me a Tinker's Dex. There it is. Very nice. And you guys have come to the place in the mountain where you think you're gonna be able to pretty effectively start climbing your way up, as it were. But just as a point of a twofold, possibly threefold point of clarification, you do have to leave the horses behind. You have to set them loose or whatever. They can't journey with you up the mountain. Simultaneously, it's not just a sheer cliff. It's sheer cliff. There's some foresty bits, and then cliff and some foresty bits. Kind of see what I'm saying? You're not climbing a sheer cliff straight up.
Right.
Which hopefully will make things easier.
And also, to clarify on that point, the sort of foresty and whatnot nature of it, what sort of altitude and sort of hot, cold, tropical, snowy thing are we looking at here?
So during the appropriate times of the year, it does snow really heavily towards the top of the mountain, which is not the time of year you're currently setting in, so that helps your journey too.
Okay.
If there is any snow, it'll be very light.
Okay, so not one of these ones with persistent snow,
No, not
the Alps on any other year other than these last 2 years.
Right. So it's not there's not a persistent snow-capped mountains situation going on here. Occasional, not persistent. It does probably get a little chilly up there based on your understanding, but it's not you're climbing through a blizzard consistently or anything like that.
We have to leave the cart and everything in it behind, and the horses behind.
Pretty much.
I mean, we could. So
some of the stuff you could carry.
I guess I don't know that we would carry the 3 long swords, chain shirt, and chainmail that I don't know if anybody else took. I'm obviously taking the rapier.
Put a sign for you a good home, just on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I would need to take
to be
anything
honest.
extra, personally.
Yeah,
As
that's
Corvo.
fair. That's totally fair.
The cart, I think Sal would sort of because along this track, there's no way that we'd be able to take our horses with us. But the carts, I mean, those go for a lot, and there's the stuff that we've found from the people along the way. So if we hide the carts sort of deep into this bit, then potentially we can find it on the way back. The horses, though, I don't see a way around just letting them be free.
Yeah, we should probably just let them go. The cart can't fit in a bag of holding, right?
No.
Well, everything else can, so...
Well,
you guys, Corwin doesn't have a bag of holding.
like, one thing to remember about the bag of holding is the bigger issue is the opening.
Right.
Yeah.
It was
But
5 foot, I
like
think.
Corwin doesn't know the ins and outs of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. I think he would say, like, hey, what about one of them bag of holdings? We could just take everything in that. I don't know about the cart. I don't know that he would suggest that he might do it out of chest, but...
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to think of how you could make that work.
Yeah. I mean, technically, if you were
Disassemble.
to break the cart up into its component pieces,
Right,
I
yeah.
think that technically would fit into a bag of holding.
You
But
cast
you would have to
reduce on it.
reassemble it on the other side.
You cast reduce on it, you put it in the bag of holding. When you want to get it out, you stick your whole body in, you cast reduce on it again, and you grab it and pull it out with you. That's
I
the
was
only way that
thinking
could possibly work.
Oh, I was thinking because isn't it like a inside it's like a 15-foot by 15-foot area?
Yeah,
or
something like that,
Well,
roughly.
So like if you were to technically break it up into like its wooden planks and whatnot,
Mhm.
like the wheels and
Yeah, you
things,
totally-
You'd have to
then
dismantle it, yeah.
reassembled it. Yeah.
Like, you
So
could...
technically speak, this is metagamey here, but yeah.
Like, I think you can
Uh,
fit, like, 400 swords in a bag of holding, can't you? So,
yeah.
you
You'll
could
do
definitely
that.
disassemble the cart. And if you wanted to do that,
Indeed.
you got a bag
like-
of holding.
Of course.
I mean, do you guys even know how to disassemble a cart without damaging anything?
No.
I don't
Well,
think I
the only
have.
person that's a maybe is the tinkerer.
Right? Like,
I just started that.
I'm totally new to this.
You want to try taking it apart? Well, are we in a hurry?
Kinda?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Like,
Alright.
no, I don't think there's a kinda. Yes, definitely you're in a hurry.
Yeah. That's why we're cutting over the mountain.
Yeah. If it's not modular enough to just take it apart, then we'll leave
Yeah.
it. Carve our name on it.
But yeah, like, I think
If found, return to.
there's no promises that it'll be here when we get back, but if we sort of try to disguise it off into the woods, and like, well, obviously there's no way around. The horses,
Yeah.
they've got to go.
You just
Pulls
park
out
it in
sword.
a tree.
Yeah, but
No.
if the cart is here when we get back, hypothetically, looks over to Atella, we could
Yeah.
make it on the way back. No, I don't like doing it, but it's a thing.
We might not come back this way, but Roko
Yeah.
and I'm forgetting the other name.
Poka.
Poka?
Yeah. So
Poka and Roko.
you see me whispering in their ears, just very quietly as I, take off all the.
Gear.
Yeah.
It's not riding gear. Pulling gear. I can't think of what it's called. But just whispering in their ears. And just backing away slowly, sadly.
Sullenly. Yeah. You kind of shoo the horses off. They kind of just linger about. They trot over to the other side of the road and just seem to be chilling out over there. Like, based on the way the bandits seem to have it set up, the horses are trained to go do their own thing until they hear a whistle. So all things considered, it's entirely possible that you could just come back and whistle, and they might be here. No
Right.
guarantees, though.
Yeah, Corwin's
Strong
just gonna say his
maybe.
goodbyes to him.
Very
later.
strong, maybe. Goodbye, horsey. And you guys can start your climb up the mountain.
Although, can I, and anyone else that might want to assist or do the same, I'm not sure if it would be a nature or survival or stealth check for sort of trying to mask the cart in the woods.
As strange as it sounds, stealth intelligence.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It does. I'm just trying to work out how the hell.
I think you'd have to
that.
roll it manually.
Yeah. So I do have proficiency in stealth.
Yeah, so you get your
but,
proficiency bonus.
So okay. Yeah. So that'll be. But intelligence is lower. So that's going to be 20 plus intelligence plus proficiency. I think. Okay. Hello.
21. Yeah, it seems fairly well disguised. From the roadside, it just looks like a big bush, or a pair of medium-sized bushes together. Yeah. So there you go.
Everybody remember where we parked.
Yes. I think I've got an app on my scrying device for that, right? No, I don't have it. I don't have such a thing. Just in case someone might take that seriously.
Kind of look back at the road and the horses and the now disguised bush cart. Deep sigh and turn to climb the mountain. What's up?
Can Corwin kind of pave the way? He's proficient in athletics. I think this is where he would shine as far as being able to make sure where the safest place is for everybody else to go in any situation where that decision would arise.
Absolutely, yeah. You can sort of
And
be
sort
the
of finding their way through the mountain
Wayfinder.
range as well.
Pathfinder.
Right. Scout ahead a little even, and just, make sure we're not going in the wrong direction, or, all that good stuff.
Yeah. All right, so you guys are making your way up, and you sort of, after probably an hour of uphill climbing, you crest this the first ridge, and you're sort of standing there, just out of breath. Well, some of you are out of breath. And you're sort of just not really used to mountain climbing, but it looks like the next leg of your journey for probably the rest of the day is going to be on this relatively open path ahead of you. Give me half a sec because I forget, so I'm double checking something. All right. Okay. So as you guys are trekking further along this sort of, it's not quite flat. It's sort of like a little uphill the whole way, right? It just, a standard, what you'd expect if you've ever climbed a mountain before, which I have not done in a very long time. But it's just sort of like this more open. It's less of a steep climb and just sort of like a steady rise of this almost plains type area where you guys are.
Arguably worse when it's just a slow and steady.
Right, I can certainly understand that. But especially with all of your very high perceptions, you guys can sort of off in the distance. Actually, you know what? Give me a perception check. Let's see how far away you guys can start to hear it from. And given your high perceptions, there'll be a minimum.
It's this head cold.
Which ain't that.
Man.
Hot dang.
Star's nailing it.
So, Sar,
But I got a couple of nat ones this session as well, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
quite a
crazy roll.
quite a distance out, you can hear you hear what sounds to be like very large cats fighting, and then there's this occasional like other roar you don't really necessarily recognize. It's sort of like straight ahead of you guys. You hear it pretty decently far out, maybe like a minute or two before you guys actually get there.
with my crit perception there, could I also roll a nature to see if I recognize the one I don't necessarily recognize?
I mean, you can certainly try. It's
Yeah.
not impossible. It's just pretty.
Crit fishing. Nope.
Definitely
Never mind.
not.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
If they're beasts, I think Corwin would have a pretty decent chance to recognize them.
Yes,
I
well,
don't know.
If he
let's-
heard them.
Oh, did I not? Oh, no.
So
Definitely not.
Sorrel, but yeah, Sorrel
So,
bring up
he's the one who heard
as
Yes, he
like
is.
Exhal's description.
Yeah, so Sar relays it to the group, and
Okay.
you guys can sort of like start to like now aware that
Did
it's
it
there.
sound like rah? Or did it sound like
Now that you guys are aware that there's this sound there, you guys can hear it up ahead. Are you guys sort of continuing in that direction, or are you stopping?
Corwin would investigate with arrow drawn.
Okay.
Curiosity. I wonder what it is.
At a crit perception, with with the understanding that Star doesn't have a heck of a lot of instinctive idea of how sounds can bounce around mountain ranges.
Mm-hmm.
What distance might Sar relay to the party about how far away he reckons it is?
He probably says like 300 or 400 feet ahead. You're probably pretty confident about it. Whether you're correct is a different story.
Yeah. So yeah, he'd probably say like not too far up ahead, because 300-400 feet, that's not long beyond archer range.
For sure. Yeah, I think as you guys, if you guys creep forward, which definitely Corwin is anybody else following Corwin at all?
Actually, I am, because I'm curious.
Okay.
Yeah, and Sar would as well, because he heard it and he'd be sort of confidently pointing in the direction, so sort of to aid the direction.
It's that way.
pointing.
Yeah.
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 Oh wait, no, that was the echo of the other of the other side of the mountain range.
No, you guys push forward. It's maybe only 100 feet, and then you see that this like sort of drops down maybe 10 feet into like a little, almost like a little. It's too small to be like really a ravine, but like that kind of like dip in the ground. Almost like a miniature cauldron, like a cauldron valley, like a miniature that. It's clearly a lot closer than the 400 feet you had wagered, and maybe out in the center, like of this like massive cauldron thing that's maybe 10 to 15 feet down, variable heights. You see a bunch of what looks like saber-tooth cubs are dead, as well as a saber-tooth tiger is dead, and there's one alive, as well as a large, like white-furred, four-armed monkey, like gorilla-like creature that is currently fighting a saber-tooth.
It's a Neptunian Yeti.
Actually, not far off. And there's a dead one as well, and they seem to be battling it out. What do you guys want to do?
I quickly scan the rest of the party. I tell her especially, is this just nature happening?
I think
You know
so.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I think maybe
We need to
I
go
don't
there.
know.
Yeah, so you guys would be on this ridge down here. Oh, I'm so sorry. The second one isn't there. It is there. All right. Are you guys gonna try and sneak off? You guys could like sort of crest around this thing if you wanted to try.
Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't react, but I mean, I would want to watch a little bit.
It does come down to where this second four-armed creature does take down the second saber-toothed tiger and sort of just turns and like plops down next to the dead one, and it's just like. So what do you guys want to do?
What is this creature? Does anyone recognize this creature?
No.
Yeah, I mean, anybody who wants can give me a nature check if you want to try and identify it.
I would love to. Hopefully Liz knows what's going on.
Even though my nature is like super low.
But yeah, Helena did roll the highest there.
Yeah. Sar, you feel like you've heard like talk of this creature, whereas Helena, you're confident that is what's called the Goralin, and while they're natural creatures, they are like very territorial, and they're very aggressive. They usually travel in. I mean, it wouldn't be disingenuous to call them tribes. And they it's not uncommon to see them like clearing their territory of other creatures that they don't want there for one reason or another, and which in this case might just be you hunt our food or what have you, right? So
kind of invasive species sort of thing.
I mean, almost, except they're like in this case they're native to the mountains, right? So so it's like it's like there's the saber-tooths who are like they're over here and the Goralins who are over here, but if this overlap occurs, they fight, which appears to be what's happened here.
Right. It doesn't seem like there's a reason to attack it.
No.
Well, I mean, probably not.
I don't see how it would benefit us and it would delay us.
Okay, if it hasn't seen us yet, I would kind of indicate everybody, let's back off. Let's get to a safe distance and move on then.
Sure.
If SARS of the same mindset, he'd follow up with that with casting Pass Without Trace.
Sure.
We were never here.
Yeah, so if you guys want to sort of try and stealth around, you guys are like, I do want stealth checks from all of you. You guys are sort of like creeping around the ledge of this like almost little miniature cauldron valley. The Goralin at this point is like pulling the dead one sort of northeast-ish, which is I mean, that makes you a 34. Gosh dang. Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, so at this point, because you guys started moving, and then it started moving, and it just coincidentally in the same direction, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what everybody's got. So that plus 10. I mean,
holy cow, we all rolled so well.
Yeah.
I mean, now that there's actual movement going on, and it didn't see you when it was there in its brief morning moment, we will see if it sees you guys now as it's moving and you're moving. I mean, it's not impossible, but sure ain't likely. Yeah, no, it does not see you. I think there even comes a point where you guys move past like a dip in the ridge, right? And then it pulls the dead one like through the dip in the ridge, just like after you guys did. Yeah. So I mean, you guys successfully evade that encounter.
Nice.
which I feel like you guys are probably pretty happy about. As you
Yeah.
know, maybe 5-10 minutes later, you hear like the same roars like echoing from behind you, but it's like half a dozen of them.
Right. We should, continue to try to be stealthy as we move until we don't hear anything anymore.
So yeah, Sar will keep that pass without trace up just as long as he can, until he
Sure.
stubs his toe, or
Get something in his eye.
an hour goes on.
Nice.
Alright.
That's good.
So now that the cart's there, I'm going to use Corwin, because you're kind of leading the way, as the indicator for where you guys are. It is coming to evening. Up ahead, you guys see what looks like a nice little cave, if you guys kind of wanted to try and rest there. But it is the end of day. You guys want to try resting in the cave, or do you want to just make camp?
How
think
enticing is it?
Sar would suggest cave.
Well, it looks a bit rough out here, but you're not sure it would be that much better in the cave, right? Like, it's rough out here. There's not even that many trees at this particular area you've managed to reach, as you've sort of hit this, like, really rough patch at the very edge before you start going up again. And it's like, do you want to rest in the cave, or do you want to rest in, like, a very open... I mean,
Right.
it's not like a field. There's, like, little scraggly bushes and stuff, but...
It makes sense to investigate the cave anyway.
All right, what is the weather like?
Like, vaguely cloudy, like, wait, hold on, you have Druidcraft, don't you?
I believe so.
I also have Druidcraft.
Well, what's one of the things Druidcraft does?
Oh, is it? Oh gosh, clear skies! Yeah, I'd completely forgotten that was one of the reasons I took it.
So, if I understand it correctly, and I only read through it, like a couple times, you can cast that and just know the weather for, like, the general location you're in. But I don't remember how accurate it is, so if somebody can pop it in chat.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes, twice.
Oh,
Oh.
double whammy, yeah.
24 hours.
Yeah, so if you guys wanted to cast that, and again, you would know that that's something that it can do.
Okay, and that's what we'll do. Oops.
Oh, predict weather.
Yeah, so you're casting it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will say you get the idea that it's going to be lightly raining this evening. Nothing super heavy. If you want, I'll let you determine how that appears, because it, like, describes an orb or whatever. Totally up to you, but it will be lightly raining this evening, and probably for a decent chunk of the night. Just very light rain.
So light rain, but not cold.
No, not really. I mean, it's certain to make it colder, but
So the earth is refreshing itself tonight with some rain, so we need to probably should go inside the cave, but just to, we need to check it out, not just assume that it's safe.
Yeah.
Definitely.
How do you guys want to do that? Who's doing that? Are you creeping on in and looking about?
Tell you what, I'll
You want to guard behind
make
us?
sure that this side is covered. You all with dark vision can
Yeah.
go in deep in the cave, because I can't see in there unless I do something about that. Like light my torch. I'll just light the campfire at the entrance to the
Just
cave.
smack him with your glow stick.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Just bonk. Here you go. Use this.
Yeah.
No, probably not. But yeah.
Corwin would just
But,
instinctively go in, really. But
Yeah.
stealthy,
Yeah, give me a roll and give me a stealth and a perception. At this point, you've definitely no longer, especially since you're not going, no longer have Pass Without Trace active.
Yeah, and I was actually figuring that would probably have long since
Oh, it's been a
gone
while.
over the hour mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been. I would say that whole encounter, just for a bit of clarification, probably happened like maybe an hour before lunch, and now you guys are bedding down, like setting up camp for the
Yeah.
evening, right? So it's been
Right.
hours.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think how we're gonna play this is as you're creeping into the cave, you're very you're very perceptive of what's around you. There comes a point where you up ahead see what looks like a string with like a bunch of bones and skulls like lining the string, and you're like, oh, I don't know that I want to go in there. And as you're like going to step back, you manage to kick a skull that clatters and hits the trigger for the chime, and now this like bone chime is just going. Yeah, so I mean, at this juncture, what do you do? I think with a 24, you immediately hear movement from deeper in the cave.
Hold on. At that, for the kicking the bone chime, can the rest of us roll a perception to if we hear?
I don't think you
him
need
kick
to.
the bone?
I think you just hear it. You guys hear
Okay.
what sounds like bones clattering together from inside the room. Cave. From inside the cave. You are at this point about 10 feet past the entrance. With your 24 perception, you do see like now you heard movement. Now you see shadows coming your way, and they're not small. What do you do?
I'm gonna say whoops alert and basically hold my ground and shoot the first thing I see coming out. So
Okay.
arrow ready. As soon as I see a solid, target in front of me, I'm just gonna shoot it. I'm not gonna ask questions.
Okay, so we will get to that in just a second. Okay, you are correct. I think everybody's correct now. Officially correct. Okay. So your Drake is probably right next to you, yeah?
Yeah.
I wonder, can I put you guys physically on the GM layer? Because you guys can't see anything yet, so you're not here. There we go. That should work. So the only thing you guys should be able to see is what Corwin sees. Zoop. Okay, so hopefully Corwin, you can see. You're here. Make sure this is all correct. Yep. It's all just like a little, like the hallway looks like it's hallway, whatever. The hallway into the cave, I guess,
Right.
is maybe like 8 feet wide, 9. Now that you're like up and like prepared, especially with your 24, like deeper into the cave, you can see like discordant bones all over the place, and you see a very large creature step into view. If you want to.
By the way, how fast is this all happening compared to the sounds being made?
So the sound happens. He shouts, right? That is like a turn, basically. And you guys can like run to the entrance of the cave in that time if you want. And then he's going to let loose his arrow, and you guys can enter the cave if you want. And then we're going to roll initiative and see who entered the cave. So yes, would you like to make your attack roll?
Sure. Just longbow, no advantage.
No, I don't believe you'd have advantage. They're coming to investigate the sound.
Can I be like one turn behind with the sort of intent of the expectation of, oh no, it's dark in there. I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to start off by casting dark vision.
Oh yeah. So basically, how this is going to go down is you hear something like it's Corwin calling for help. You're like, okay, dark vision on self. Are the other two of you running forward?
So like rather than dashing forwards,
Right.
just heading forwards and casting dark vision.
That'll be a hit.
Which,
For the other two of you, are you moving forward?
Yes.
7.
I was going to say
Yeah.
that I wasn't going to let him go in alone, but
I'll go ahead and infuse that with fire.
Okay. Yeah, roll it.
4.
Okay. Oops. Sounds good. Sounds good. So we can say that. So what I was gonna do is I was gonna have it so basically, if you were outside the cave, you get to the cave with your first turn and are inside. So we will say, Itella, you get your first turn if you want it. And you can have Ben right behind him because we did go a little quick on that.
okay.
So you're gonna kind of be off the map. Like you should be able to see yourself now. You're kind of like right behind Corwin.
Well, I'm doing the things that I need to do for my staff.
Okay, you're gonna tap it and light it up.
Yep.
So that's your
And I'll
action
be
and your
behind
bonus
him.
action, and that's
I'll be
it.
right behind him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you are emitting light in a 15-foot radius. So if they didn't see you before, they're gonna see you now.
That's fine.
It's so. This thing is so weird. Okay, bright light in 5 foot, dim light, and an additional 10 foot, which is total 15-foot radius. Why can't I just whatever? Moving on. So let's have everybody. I can't have you guys roll initiative if you're not here. Okay, we'll have the two of them roll initiative. They'll take their turns against the monsters, and then next round, everybody will roll initiative if they're not in the cave yet. Okay, so the two of you can roll initiative, Corwin, and sorry, Corwin and Itella. Alrighty, Itella, you need your initiative.
Oh, cool.
You didn't click on your token? I'll just add you.
Okay, you see it?
Yeah, it's 8.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Alright, this one's coming. I think he's gonna go there. Alright, he's gonna make a javelin attack at you, Corwin. This is like literally like 8-foot long javelin just like comes careening past you and like out the cave past everybody else. I was like, okay.
Yep,
Look
there's
out.
something there.
Just gonna step forward. I think he's gonna go here and hold. Alright, it's Itella's go. You are glowing in things. Very quick, I'll be right back. Well, let me know what you're gonna do.
Okay.
Big boys.
Okie dokie. What you doing?
Okay, question. Can I see one?
I think so.
Oh, I'm looking at a spell and it says range feet. There's no number.
It's your own feet.
Yeah. Touch your toes.
Okay, so you're gonna have to tell me. Well, how far away is it? The one. Can I see one? I'm trying to spit out here.
Can you see one on the screen?
No.
25.
Can my character see one of the creatures that is coming?
Exactly where you are, I don't think that you could. I think you'd have to like step forward slightly. I mean, if you can see like an arm or something.
And I would have to squish around the two of them to do it.
Which you can do.
Okay, so if I go to here, well, that's not helpful at all. I have to go here. Now I can see them.
Yeah,
And
like half
I'm
of
going to
it.
cast it on this one.
This one? Okay.
Yes. As soon as I get my sheet back up. Come here. You ready? Because it's not like I can touch them from here.
Oh, you're using infestation. No radiant damage though, because that's not how that works.
Yeah, no, that isn't how that one works.
Okay, Constitution save. Creature. Oh, that's our modified infestation. No, that's the non-modified, right?
I thought it was.
No, that is the modifier. You're right. You are
It's-
correct. Con save. Rutro. Hold on. Give me a sec, guys. There seems to be a mistake here. Come on, don't do that. Their stats are in wrong,
Whoops.
so I gotta fix them real quick because they can't make the save without him. Okay. I will start with con, so I'll make the save.
No, you're not going to make the same.
Bam. 12. Seems like a failure to me. Alright, so... roll a d8. And let's see what direction he goes in. He's like, get the bugs off me. And that's this one, right? This one right here?
Yes, it is that one.
Okay. The one that Corwin already damaged.
Oh, I didn't know Corwin did anything to him.
Yeah, he shot him.
Woo!
7. North, south, east, west. I mean, in this context, that would into a surface. He's like, He just like turns and slams into his friend over here.
That was my goal.
Roll 1d4.
What?
I don't
Alright.
know.
Some days.
It's just a hair bit of damage. Oh, that didn't work. You did a slash.
So close.
Why is it not?
Cooperating? Just one of them days.
Oh, jeez.
2.
Okay.
Okay. Well, that's 4 in total. Turned and slammed into the other guy. He's got like a bloody nose. Yeah, so...
Yeah, I was hoping to get some mad at him, and then they start fighting each other. And
Corwin, it'll be your go.
Question about exploding arrows
Yeah?
and my knowledge of their radius, like how much area they're gonna affect, and
You do know this. 15 foot, I think, off the top of my head.
I think
seems
those
like-
particular arrows are 15 feet, but I don't have it up. I don't think.
Okay. I think I have the sense that this place is too confined. If I try to use them, that's probably gonna injure somebody I don't intend to. So,
Very possible.
everybody else can make. I'm not clogging the entrance, right? Or
Are you-
should I move forward to let other people in?
People
Or
can
how do
move
I-
past you as long as you don't stop them.
Okay. I'm just gonna. I think I'm just gonna shoot the same guy.
But by the way,
And-
just very quickly, it's 15 foot radius.
Yeah, it is 15 foot then.
Okay. Yeah, I think that would catch Itella. So, just gonna shoot him with the regular arrow. Is it gonna be over? No advantage. 25 plus 1. Doesn't nat 20 hit?
Yeah, that'll hit. Which
Okay.
one?
The one that I was already hitting, I guess that would make sense.
Oh, the guy that just got covered in bugs
Yeah.
and ran into his friend.
Exactly.
Quick.
I'm just gonna pour salt on that wound.
Roll, go ahead and
Okay.
go ahead and roll your damage. Okay, so it looks like it's not doubling the extra damage from the quiver, which it should be. So go ahead and roll another d8.
Ooh.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second. Mothership. The range of that cantrip, the altered version is 30 feet.
Okay. 30. Oh, yes. Thank you.
Okay, that is 8, 11, 16, 17, 18. Alright, that's going to drop him. It's pretty decent damage. Yeah. You want to stick where you are? You want to move?
I'm gonna move just right up here, so a little bit out of the way, and then tell my Drake to stick him on the one he can see, or
Okay.
And changing him, moving him doesn't actually. I can't see, so I'm just gonna kind of move him up there, and you can place him where he should be, where you think he should be.
Let me see. Did that give you the chance? No. How about that? Did that work?
No, it's not changing. I mean, I don't see through his eyes anyway, so.
No,
I
but
don't
you
think
as
that-
the player have to. Otherwise, it's going to cause us problems in the long run.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's come up before, but it's never been an issue, so I haven't brought it up. You know what I mean? But like, and in my mind, I thought, well, I don't see through his eyes anyway. So.
Yeah. So you're just sending him against the guy, right?
Yeah, like I guess the guy that got run into by the infested guy that just got downed.
Did that go?
Yep.
Okay, so there you go. You should be able to attack him now. Or, see and attack.
Right. Let's see, how about a 21?
That'll hit.
And 7, and then he'll infuse his own attack with fire for another 5, so 12 total.
12 indeed. Not too bad. Alright, that was you and the Drake.
At this point, how is Sar and Helena gonna get on?
Sar's not even in yet.
No. We are hitting the. Like I said, it's the
Yeah,
second
yeah.
turn. They get to roll initiative and move in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But it like whatever they roll is like right in line with.
I mean,
Is
we'll
this
see.
the
won't
start
we?
of this? Yeah.
This is the start of the
Could
second
not
session.
one.
They
Yeah.
are rolling
Okay.
right.
Gotcha.
They're going to roll right now, but I'm realizing I have to make it so they can see their tokens so they can roll. So hold on. I was missing a step. Like we have no idea when they're going to go. Okay, so you guys should be right by the entrance now. You should see yourselves. Hopefully, maybe.
I can't see anything, but I know the trick to roll initiative when you can't see anything. Oh, nice.
You don't even have vision. I don't know why it's being weird. That
Oh,
should
there
give
it
you-
is. I've got vision now. Yeah.
Yeah, at the least, you have Itella's glowing stick going on.
Yeah, and I do have
Nice.
the dark vision as well now in place.
Nice.
Guys just burst in like never
What's going on?
fear.
What's going on?
Sar and Helena are here.
Yes.
Alrighty, yeah. I mean, sorry, you're first up. You're just like running. What's going on? Like you see all the bones. The bone chime like rattles again as you run by.
Yeah. And You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do this again. Because from my perspective, all I can really see is the Drake.
Oh, we got to give you the 60-foot dark vision because you have the effect on, which will change things maybe.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, so yeah, I can see that chap. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go with yeah, let's go with just fairy fire centered on because I know the Drake's there fighting him, just sort of centered on here, so that's like what's the area again? 20-foot cube. So from my perspective, that will be like what, this? Wait, hold on. Maybe up one. Make that up one. Would make more sense from my character's perspective.
Okay. Sure. You throw a fairy fire, and what's the radius on that light?
It's hold on. Yeah, let me actually just click the button.
10-foot radius. Oh, they get a dex save on. Up.
Yes. And
it's 16 now, right?
yes, it's 16.
Okay, so
actually, because it doesn't specify friend or foe, it's any creature, the Drake actually also has to make the dex save.
The Drake is glowing.
No.
This guy to the south is also glowing. You should be able to see him in his glowy glory right now. This guy to the south. Guy to the north failed. Succeeded, excuse me. So he's not glowing.
Oh, so there's someone from the south that we can see a sort of glow, like radiance on the sort of south surface of the guy to the north.
Oh, hold on. Is that what's wrong? Is that what the problem here is? Save. Okay, so can you not see this guy now that he's glowing? Corwin should be able to see him pretty clearly. No? What?
Maybe I'm like around rock.
Yeah, you're too far back to see him. I don't know why you guys can't see that guy.
I think it's probably could well be just this little bit of rock here. So we don't actually have line of sight.
Okay, so this guy starts glowing, Corwin, and your Drake starts glowing. But I do think, like, of note, and so I don't have to describe it again in a minute, the one that starts glowing for Corwin, his, like, skin is like, scales, and he's got, like bigger fangs than the other ones, so that's different. But I think that's it for stars, so it's Helena's go.
Do we know what this is? What these are?
I feel like they're a common, like, you know what ogres are. You were like, oh, there's probably ogres on the mountain, right? And I think you'd be well aware of half ogres, and these are half ogres, and they're very territorial. And if you don't deal with this problem, they'll probably chase you for a while.
Gotcha. Okay.
So Helena, what you want to do? If you want, you can move past everyone without issue, unless somebody goes, no, stop.
Okay.
Green light.
I'm gonna go over here.
Okay. Let me check a thing here. Oh, sorry, stream. Just checking the thing here. Okay, you're good. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna shoot the top guy.
This guy? Okay. That will hit.
Walk.
I don't think you have sneak
Sorry.
attack at this point. That's fine. So 5 damage to him.
The Drake's in 5-foot range. Doesn't that give them it?
Oh, it is, yeah. Yeah. So you do have sneak attack. You are totally fine. Birds so loud. Corwin,
He's like right
talk to your bird. Yeah, there you go. That's a solid hit.
Nice.
All right, I do think after you goes this guy. So I think he's gonna swing his battle axe, just this massive axe, just right down on the Drake, which he has advantage because the Drake is glowing.
Yeah.
Oops.
Uh,
Well, it wouldn't have mattered.
Didn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's two. He's using a two-handed. That is 25 damage. Did he just drop the Drake in one?
Oh my
Okay.
god.
yeah, it's okay. It's alright. I still have one summons today I haven't used.
Hey, at least the Drake's not glowing anymore.
Right. And we're heading to a long run.
Hot dang.
It's fine. It's fine.
Man, they crit hard. Yes, he's going to do
Yeah.
that, and then he's just going to step forward. Just the one.
Better the Drake than us.
I don't think he's going to step forward. I think he's going to shift up a little bit, and now he's standing on like his dead brother. All right, this other guy, this scaly guy, is going to step up. And he's going to rear back his like weird, like elongated snout. And he's going to just breathe a gout of flame down the hallway. Can I get all of you to make me a dexterity save?
Okay. I have a question.
Sure.
I never did anything with hit points after our last battle. Have we slapped some stuff since then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're on full.
Okay.
Yeah, you're full up. Oh, yours is still broken. I
Okay.
thought I fixed that.
I don't know how I missed that, but I did. Okay. Now, did you say Dex?
Yeah, dex save.
There you go.
You gave it to me. You sure did. Who's missing?
I am.
Sorry, yeah.
I need to. Dex.
Nice. Man.
Okay, so everybody succeeds, so you will all take half of whatever this is. So 7 fire damage, except Helena, who I believe takes 3 because you're resistant.
Hold on. I'm also going to use my reaction to cast absorb elements.
Nice.
Good choice. I gotta remember that one. I got that one too. But anyway. Nice.
All right, so resistance.
I've been waiting to use that one ever since I had it prepared.
Half of 14.
Yeah, half of 14, so you'll take 7. And that is his turn, and it is now Itella's go. You know,
Okay.
if you want to smack him with your glowing stick that is shillelied.
Oh, now that he's close to me, I can do a lot.
Yeah. You're like pressed against the wall, so you're kind of in not the best spot, but you can hit him. That won't be a problem.
The question is one-handed or two-handed because
If you have your shield out, which I imagine you did because you came towards the alarm and the running,
yeah.
or shouting,
So
excuse me.
Is this one?
So your shield is out, so it's one-handed. Oh
That one,
my word! Wow, that looks wrong on in so many ways. That is the non-shillelagh version, first of all, but you rolled a 1, so it wouldn't matter. Didn't you just shillelagh your stick though? On
Yes.
your first turn, you cast shillelagh,
Right.
and you made it glow.
Yes.
So that should have been the shillelagh version, not the non-shillelagh version. It doesn't matter.
Right.
A 1 is a miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hit the wall.
Yeah. It's a bit cramped.
I'm
Corwin.
gonna come on a wall here.
I'm gonna...
Man, we're awfully cramped in here. I mean, if I tried to get past this guy, deeper in, is that like considered rough terrain or something?
I think he's
is
just
he-
full on blocking you at this point.
Exactly.
Like his entire body is blocking the
Could I
exit.
even shoot the other guy, or he's literally just he's taking up the whole thing?
Yeah, because it's a thing that allies can let you pass, opponents can block your passage, right?
Right.
Yes. So basically, you can't hit the other guy, and it's not just because of this guy. It's also because when you stepped forward, like you did,
Uh-huh.
you kind of put yourself in a position where you can't see this guy anymore. Oh no, he moved
Right.
forward, not you. Sorry.
Well,
Well, I think both happened actually. All you got is shooting this guy because you can't move to shoot the other guy. There's nowhere for you to go.
okay. Yeah, if I can't really get past this guy and he's basically blocking me, then I'll attack the guy I'm facing. Although, belay that, I'm gonna go ahead and use my action to summon my Drake again. It is an action, not a bonus.
Okay.
I think it's within 30 feet. It might be more, but I don't need more. So I'm just gonna summon the Drake. Yeah, great position. It's fine.
Perfect. That.
Right back up. We're gonna do fire again. So round 2, and he'll attack the guy that just made him go away.
Fair.
Because I'll tell him to. I'll tell
Get
you
him.
that, and that's my bonus. So Corwin's done, basically.
And it's Drake's go.
Correct. He's
Ah.
gonna nibble.
Chomp
And
chomp.
is that advantage? Because no, that guy's not glowing. I'm attacking the guy who's not glowing, so it's just 14.
14 hits.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the guy
So
to the north.
3, and he'll infuse that. So 3 and 2, 5 total.
Okey-dokey.
And he's got a little bit of movement, right?
The
You
Drake.
know what? Yeah, he's not gonna move.
Okay.
So I'm done.
Fair enough. Sar.
I did, in the midst of that, in the midst of Corwin's turn, remembered that, I'm concentrating on Fairy Fire, so I rolled that con save, and that was fine. Okay, yeah, so, Sar's, even though it means I don't get to make the most of absorb elements, if I'm, I'll
Hit
take
him.
it this time. Yeah. Even though it means I don't get to make the most of it, I'm just going to guiding bolt the one that sort of flame breath us just then.
Oh, at advantage. He's glowing. He's the glowy one.
This one that's just.
Yeah.
I thought it was this one that's.
That one
Uh,
succeeded. This one's glowy.
Oh, I
Yeah,
got them
reversed.
backwards. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's crit fish. I've gone. There we go. Nope.
That's a hit,
But
though.
it was just first level.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness, that's a
Max
roll.
damage, yeah? Almost
Very
max
good.
damage? No, it's not. I thought it was
No,
3d6 for some reason.
it's max damage is actually crazy high for guiding bolt.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
40...
4d6, so that's 24 is max.
Yeah, 4d6, not 4d8. I don't know what I was trying to say. Helena, it's your go. You got a guy right in front of you. He's kind of blocking your path.
Oh,
If you really wanted to, you could take a shot at the other guy, but it would, because of where you are as opposed to Corwin, but it'd be really difficult. You'd have disadvantage on the attack.
He's got really bad breath.
So bad it started fire. Too much garlic. Stinky breath.
So, would I be able to, like, switch out for my sword?
So you can drop your bow to the ground, and then as a part of your attack action, draw your sword. Yes, that is a thing you can do. You do have advantage because he's glowing. So if you want to try that again. That'll hit. Yeah, roll your
There it
damage.
is.
Nice.
I mean, you would have sneak because on the other side of him is
Right.
the Drake, so that'll finish him off. You dropped the draconic sorcerer half ogre. Yay. Do you want to move at all now that there's free space?
Yeah. I think I might just move closer to the Drake.
Okay.
You could probably drop the fairy fire now. Right? Like it can't affect things after the casting.
Yeah, though it's not my. I've just had my turn.
Right, I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's his turn now.
And like, it's about like when
Hmm.
one would be able to.
Oh, he saw you drop his brother, so he's coming for you, Helena. Axe coming down. Ten's
Oh.
not going to do it.
Yeah. He's too emotional.
Would I be able to see him from here?
You should be able to, yeah.
Okay. I think it's just like something next to me is like a dot of a rock.
What is wrong with the dynamic lighting in here? It's not right. There's
Yeah, it
not
looks
even
like
anything
cut
there
off.
on the lighting layer. There's nothing there, so I don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay, this
Oh.
map
I
is
figured
cursed.
it wasn't.
Map is cursed.
Oh no, I understand. I understand what's happening. I think.
It shouldn't
Oh,
affect
no, I
her with
don't.
her position, though.
Yeah. It seems like there is something extra kind of overlapping somehow, but
It's like invisible or something. I don't... there's-
Just a pseudo wall in the middle of the
Invisible wall.
diagonal middle. Yeah.
Like there's nothing to grab or delete on dynamic lighting layer. There's just nothing there. I don't even... That doesn't make any sense. It's so weird. Anyway,
when you started this, you said everybody would see from Corwin's position. Is something tied to me, and it's where I am? Like, what if you moved me?
no, that was just before everybody was put on the sheet, but now they're all here. Anyways, it's almost over, so
Yeah.
I tell her
Yeah.
it's your go. There's a guy right here that you inexplicably can't see.
Finish him.
I don't understand what, like, if you look at the stream, there's just nothing there in front of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he actually in solid, like is he in a wall?
He's not. That's the thing. Like, I mean, look how big he is.
Yeah.
Even if he was in a
When I
wall,
look-
there's like... I don't know. I tell her, please, it's your go. What you doing?
You're muted. You're muted.
Sorry, I was reading my character sheet, so I don't know where the one is you say we can't see.
He's
Oh, I
right
don't-
here.
So there's one in
Basically,
front
there's
of
just
one-
one left. It's yeah.
You take a 5-foot step forward and smack him with your stick, and you'll be fine. There's nothing stopping you from hitting him except a broken dynamic lighting layer.
Shoot him
Okay,
with the
so it's this
bees.
one right here that we're talking about that I can see.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, not a problem.
Yeah,
Not a
she
problem.
can see him too. Like, what the hell? Because Helena can't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Corwin can see him.
I give up
Barely.
understanding anymore.
Yeah. Part of them.
Make any
Enough
sense?
of them. Yeah.
With where Helena is, there's nothing between her and him. So, okay, I'm gonna try a thing. You guys tell me, or Helena, you tell me if it fixes the problem. If you want to attack him, go ahead. I tell her.
Nice.
Did that do anything? That'll hit. Nope, that did not solve the problem. That makes even less sense.
Yeah. Nothing changed.
I mean, I can see like
That'll drop him.
which ones are just glitches.
Woohoo!
That's so crazy. I don't get that. Anyway, well, you guys have a pile of half ogres, battle axes the size of great axes, and it looks like 3 giant beds in a largely bone-filled and otherwise empty cave.
Is it stinky?
Surprisingly, not that bad.
They ate all the meat. That's why it's all bones.
Yeah, like there's not the
nothing
smell
sweet.
of rotting. It's just like maybe a little musty.
Wow. For those of you that want to sleep on the bed.
Yeah, they're pretty. I mean, they're not nice beds, but they're beds,
Yeah.
and they're they're like single size for them, queen size for you. You know.
Yeah. I think I would actually just be inclined to sleep right next to the entrance inside. Because we'll set up a guard at the entrance. I mean, let's inspect the whole place. Make sure there's no other traps. No back entrance. It's a, you know.
Pretty basic, yeah. Give me a perception check, see if you guys see anything beyond the obvious.
Oops.
Nah, we'll check the first number. It's fine.
I have no idea why there's so much broken what do you call it in this area.
It's wild.
Like if you you look at the sort of things that I'm looking at for the shadow.
What the hell?
Yeah. And,
Hold on, how?
there's a bunch. Oh yeah, this one's really quite something.
Okay, I bet you what happened, and I don't know why or how. It's inverted. It's flipped it. So you guys are inside the shadow, but you're supposed to be outside the shadow. I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's done. You guys.
It's weird.
It's so weird. I don't get it. Yes. So you guys settle down and rest in the cave. You see nothing else out of the ordinary. You do see like some like maybe some like drag marks or something from things going in and out of the cave. Once you guys like actually inspect the entrance in more detail beyond just hey, what's ahead of me? You know, it's a relatively normal cave. It seems like recently set up and like they brought the bones as decor.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit
They're
up
just renting.
front entrance and have tea for the evening.
Sipping tea.
And try and draw that animal we saw with the 4 arms.
Yeah, give me a check. It'll be a disadvantage.
All right.
Well, then I'm gonna do the saber tooth. So
Yeah, while not standing guard, kind of outside or whatever, Corwin would just be sleeping inside. I don't know that there's anything else he would do, unless somebody else needed help with something.
is that they stern? I forgot.
So we'll take first.
Wisdom,
watch.
because you only seen it once. You're trying to you were like your perception of it, how you saw it, you know, related to perception skill.
a
So
distance.
yeah, wisdom skill. Or no, the toolkit, the illustrator's kit. And Helena would also do a tinker's check with dexterity now. Yeah, it would have been disadvantage. Even beyond that, it would be disadvantage because, well, you know why.
Yeah.
Which can be further investigated by anyone else if they'd like. Yeah, so a 9, it's rough. It's like, it looks like a 4-armed gorilla, you know?
And then I'm gonna do the saber-tooth tigers.
Yeah, I'll let you give me one on that as well at disadvantage.
Saber-tooth tigers are not that different than a normal tiger, so.
true. But you got things going on.
True. Like not enough
Yeah.
sleep lately.
Ooh.
If you can see how I see it now, Pixar, like there's some polygons going on in the lighting. It's
Yeah, I
I
tried.
don't know what's causing it.
I tried to like select and remove whatever might be in front of you guys because it's not here.
Right.
Like it's just
I-
not
yeah.
here.
I don't expect
Yeah.
it to be fixable, but like this is the weirdest I could get it. The way that I
Yeah,
have it right now
it's
when I'm looking at it.
broken. That's for sure. But anyway,
Yeah.
Hopefully just this map.
I didn't
Oh.
feel like it ever stopped me from understanding what was going on.
fair enough. Yeah. So pushing forward. Those. Oh, right. Tinker's tools. You seem to be making some effort. You kind of like go to like attach it to the back of this tube, and you come to realize, oh, I'm gonna have to make some minor adjustments to the actual like thing I'm trying to use as a handle / stock. So you kind of start. You're not really trained in woodworker's tools, so it's not going to look the fanciest, but you can sort of work it down a bit and make it, viable and usable. Just looking at it, you'll be able to test this thing in like maybe 3 or 4 days, and see if it functions as you're expecting it to. So that'll be something to look forward to.
You're making a portal gun.
That's one way to get home faster.
I could with my bag, I guess.
Right? Oh my gosh. It's a portal gun, but it teleports everything inside your bag of holding. This is mine now. Yeah, so I think unless any of you guys want to have any particular conversations, the evening probably wraps up and we'll come to the next morning.
Corwin would make comments about how everybody's just doing a great job. Like we're skilled. We work well together. Everybody's amazing. Good attitude,
Absolutely, like that surprise attack just then. Sure, it was their home, but we didn't know that, and that was a surprise to us. And we've all, your Drake, really took the hard blows for us there.
Yeah, he's getting used to it. It's nice. It's nice that he can do that.
I do
Call the Drake dead horse with the way they beat him, thinking they
wonder
can
about
win.
your Drake's mental well-being with just being splattered like that.
He doesn't remember. a
Do they
thing.
remember what just happened to them?
Man,
Is
I
that better or
forgot.
worse? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
it's like a game.
My god. Yeah, I call the Drake dead horse with the way they beaten him, thinking they can win.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. We can come to the next day. And I think you guys, anybody who was, interested, could have just been like, just chilling at the entrance to the cave, just watching the rain lightly fall. And yeah, no, it kind of would have sucked, because you guys would have woken up in mud.
Mhm. Yeah.
Just like filthy with mud.
Well, that's going to make it slippery to climb the mountain.
Yeah, because you guys are at the next section. You guys are going to have to climb from here, and it's even more steep than last time. So, who's ready to make some checks? As you spend about an hour climbing a mountain, literally.
Mm. No, I wish I had taken shape water.
Oh no, I'm not dealing with this. And Zad takes off his cloak and puts on the pristine the layered.
Oh, the leather
what do you
jacket
call it
or
at
leather
last?
vest. Yeah. No, we won't be getting dirty today.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it does. It like comes all the way down to your like just above your knees, right? It's pretty long. You're not sure if it's long because its previous owner was taller than you, or if it's long because it's meant to, protect more, right? You're
Yeah.
not. Maybe both. Who knows?
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you guys would like, you can, whenever you're ready, talk about how you're going to traverse the mountaintop. To the mountain. Traverse up the mountain. There we go.
I can't say I've ever dealt with this sort of terrain before. In particular, this muddy terrain, steep muddy terrain. Yeah, that's. I like to try to avoid that because who likes this?
I think Corwin would actually be kind of still comfortable. Ultimately, proficient with athletics. He's used, he's a fisherman, so he's fine with mud and water and moisture and all of that. And he's also got an entirely other being that they can just duo climbing. So between him and the Drake, I mean, I don't know how much he can help though. Transfer those abilities to anyone who would have trouble climbing.
I mean, I think that's like the whole rope thing, right? Dropping down a rope to help people once you're up top. But on that note, Helena and Itella, do you have any particular plans of traversing the up the mountain as you just climbing that way?
I don't think so.
I think maybe Helena would just be grumpy about it.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
More specific, like, what sort of steepness are we talking about here? With this sort of.
Oh, at this stage, you're
muddy
about to
terrain.
climb a sheer cliff. You're not really
90
dealing
degrees.
with. You're not dealing with like mud. You're dealing with wet rock face. You're going mountain climbing. Let's be clear.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At this juncture, for at least a short duration, you are literally mountain climbing.
And we'd have had an idea about that the night before.
For sure. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Just working out if one of the switcheroos about prepared spells or not.
I mean, yeah, you would have known about it. You would have known that the cave is in the cliff face that you're going to climb tomorrow. You
Gotcha,
would have known
yeah.
for sure. Sorry about that confusion then. Yeah.
I know it's more about nuances. Yeah.
Sure. I mean,
We brought-
you're climbing a mountain, but you weren't literally mountain climbing before. Now you're
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
mountain climbing.
We probably
Indeed.
brought tools then, right? For mountain climbing.
Well, I mean, if nobody thought of it, nobody thought of it. You guys definitely have ropes, though.
I've never Sar has never mountain climbed before. Sar has ropes, but has never gone up sheer cliffs.
Yeah, I would say I didn't say anything. Corwin didn't say anything, and forest is his jam. So
Yeah.
okay.
Nobody bought a climbing kit, so there you go.
Right
That's where we're
Yeah.
sitting. Like you guys might have a little bit of a rough time of it, but it's not impossible. You can climb. And give me your athletics checks if that's how you're climbing.
We have a choice.
Yeah, unless anybody else has a better levitation or something option.
No. So
Yeah, I'm happy to
kind of work
climb and
exactly.
tie a rope off and you know what I mean, make checkpoints and lead the way or whatever. Only because of my proficiency, you know what I mean? If somebody else is right there with me, we could duo it. However everybody wants to do it.
If he's looking like he's confident with leading the way, then yeah, this is why I asked about the day before stuff. Because if that's the case, then right as we start to try climbing, Sar will cast this on Corwin with the okay, which realistically would it be the cat's grace or the bulls? I'm going to go for cat's grace for the dex, as opposed to the strength one.
You sure?
So you're
I could come. No, I'm not. I am absolutely not sure, but
you know, I'm not gonna volunteer it because I don't feel like I would have known. You would have cast it. I wouldn't have contributed. But if you didn't and you asked me, I can absolutely tell you which one to use.
oh, okay. So as you start heading up, hold on, it's touch as well. So yeah,
just pat him on the back.
So
you got this.
Sort of say, I'm going to enhance your ability for your sort of dexterous climbing, unless you think better.
Oh, for climbing, I would benefit best from more muscles. I need strength on that one.
Oh, well, I can't really say that I've ever climbed anything like this before, so sure, okay, let's go muscles. So full strength. There we go.
And I was just gonna throw out that don't forget you guys can wild shape into something that can climb too.
I was just gonna,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, wild shape into a bee.
That's what I figured.
That's what I thought you would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing that I'm sort of thinking with that is Zar's never actually sure technically he can, but he's never actually thought about wild shaping into something that can climb before.
Fair. If you want to just try your hand at climbing normally first, and then maybe it comes to you later, that's totally okay.
Maybe regret it later, sure.
Or something that can fly. I mean, have you ever seen a bird?
Oh, he can't fly yet. That's
like
Jam,
11th
yeah.
level or something. Yeah.
Yeah, for a normal
Yeah.
druid. I tell
Gotcha.
is different.
Right. No.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Hmm.
What about this 2d6 temporary hit points? That's... No, never mind. I'm misreading. That was for...
Yeah,
Right.
separate things. There's separate
Yeah.
options.
Yeah, yeah. And then-
So I'm gonna hop up for
Though
a second.
it's entirely a thing that with Atella turning into a bee might start thinking, oh,
That's an option.
climbing. What have I seen climbing up these things before?
Or just climbing in general.
Spiders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spiders. I think so. I'll be right back. But I think I'm forgetting names all of a sudden. Corwin, go ahead and give me athletics at advantage, and it sounds like it's going to be athletics for Helena as well. I'll be right back. If it's not, correct me when I get back, please.
The problem with the bug, though, is that it would probably take a long time.
A goat. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to suggest a goat or a ram. But if you could become a large enough spider, like if there's a
You did
spider,
see those.
yeah, that's low enough, rating that you could become that you've seen, that could potentially be the quickest way up for any of us. Well, besides flying. And I'm not sure if
Oh,
Helena has
giant
any.
lizard.
Gecko. Giant gecko. Maybe. Depends on the surface, I think.
I'm forgetting the Maxia for
Alrighty.
the druid.
Yeah. I'm not sure what
Is
the
it
rules are.
What's the question?
quarter and is it a quarter or a half? Oh yeah, it's a oh, at level 4 it's a half.
We're talking about what druids can turn into.
Do I want to use my newest form?
That's totally up to you. You turn into a bee, you're like, oh, everybody's struggling, should I?
Yeah, I think I will.
Oh, black bears the ones that can climb really well.
I think I will.
I think all bears actually can climb pretty well.
Okay, so do you say anything?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
so well, okay. So let's clarify what happens here. I guess we might ignore those athletics checks because we'll get to that in a minute. So you guys are all like still on the ground, and I tell in B form just like buzzes down next to you guys, and then what happens here? What are you doing?
I buzz at them quite loudly and then get really, really big. All at once.
Yeah. So I believe you are now a medium-sized creature. You'd have to check the actual sheet.
I don't know. Medium.
Medium. Yeah. It's
In fact, take one at a time, right?
Well,
yeah.
you could also take Helena and you know what I mean. Me and the Drake could try alone, or one at a time. But because Sar can turn into something too. Like it might take longer if you just ferry each of us one at a time than if we did a combination of the things.
Yeah, black bears climb.
Yeah.
And it would only be slightly slower. Well, it would be slower than the giant bee
on this
flying.
Note, an ape, yeah, he definitely would have seen before.
Probably.
But there's also the possibility. I'll leave this up to people who know, designed the area, knowledge. Giant wolf spider. Is that or is that not likely to be encountered in his limited traveling in the area?
I mean, even if it wasn't, you guys did fight those giant spiders really recently.
Right.
In which case, giant wolf spiders, the easiest one to.
They're
make
practically
their way
the same
up
thing. Like, I don't think there's hardly any difference except like venom and shooting webs are the main difference. Wolf spiders are faster. Apparently, didn't know that. Didn't know that. I mean, it's entirely possible you could have seen one. You know that.
So I think basically the giant wolf spiders are potentially like a bit lower CR based on whatever reason, but yeah.
For sure. So you can easily turn into a spider. Corwin can climb at advantage, and I think the intent is for Helena to hop on the giant bee's back. Is that what's happening here?
I like nurture and yeah.
It's the bee train.
Oh, one of the druids' backs, like bzz, bzz, skittle, skittle.
So, are you gonna hop on the bee train or the spider train? What's happening here? Or I mean, you could always climb yourself if you preferred. That is an option.
No bugs, no bugs.
I think I'm going the bee route because spiders are kind of creepy.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Skittle, skittle.
I will say, since this is how it's going down, the other three of you do make it to the top relatively quickly. Meanwhile, Corwin, you're definitely having a time of it. Go ahead and give me a second athletics check. You're about 30% of the way there.
Is this with advantage too?
Still, yeah, because it'll be within the hour, yeah? And he can hold concentration as a spider.
I've never climbed a mountain before.
It's you're getting pretty worn out. You're like everybody's just sitting up there at the top. You're about halfway looking down, and they're all looking down at you.
Because in this spider form, just any surface, including upside down or whatnot, is just equivalent. I'm just gonna be sort of making my way with Corwin, like just
yeah, it's all the same to you. You're just
yeah.
like
Might as well just.
well, he can talk to animals, so there is that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me another one, Corwin. Still at advantage.
There it is.
That'll be it, and that'll pull you through to the top. And with a nat 20, you do not suffer exhaustion. The exhaustion you would have suffered otherwise. You made it. You're at the top.
That bull strength, bull's endurance, or no?
Yeah.
Bull strength.
Mm-hmm. Now you guys are standing at the top of this this cliff face, just sort of looking down to where you came from. That was a lot. This is for most of you the highest point you've ever been. And you look back behind you and you're like, oh, there's still a peak up there. So you're about three quarters of the way up this mountain. Yeah, so you guys can sort of just continue your way up. It's a softer slope from here. It looks like a softer slope all the way to the peak, at least until the last minute, you know. Although you guys technically don't have to visit the peak to go up and over. It's up to you guys. But for the moment, I imagine Corwin wants to take a breather.
For sure.
Itella and I, we've got like another couple of hours on our wild shapes, right?
Yes.
Sure
do.
So,
Is it
Sal
10-minute
will
break?
say
Good
to Corwin.
Probably.
Also, we can keep going. Just take a break on my back,
Sure.
and we'll fly on.
So to speak.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't need to take a break if I can ride on somebody.
Yeah, totally fair. All right, so I think what we're going to do here is we're going to have you guys very, very like quickly. Are you guys just going to stay in these forms? They are faster. Just stay in these forms with riders for the rest of the duration.
At least for the next couple of hours.
This should be 4 hours now. You just spent an hour climbing up the side of the mountain. It'll be about 3 more hours. Yeah, you guys can do that. You will be like nearing the crest of the peak as you guys like your shift fades, your wild shape fades. In fact, as it does, I imagine you guys are all like taking a breath, like a 5-10 minute break. It is getting, you know, a little later into the day. It's probably lunchtime actually. Hold on, let's do math. It's been 4 hours since you got up. Is that lunchtime? I don't know. It's nearing lunchtime.
Yeah. Meals tend to be about 4 hours apart.
Give or take. So you guys shift out of your wild shapes, and you guys can probably take a seat and have yourselves like your lunch. Go ahead and give me a perception check, everyone, as you guys are very like nearing the peak of the mountain.
Ugh.
It's been one of those days for you, hasn't it, Corwin?
Yeah, in perception, totally. It's the head cold. That's the only explanation.
All right, Sar. So you see a few things that are of interest. At this point, you are sort of like here, right? The peak is like over here, right? Can you guys see my hands?
Sure.
Like over here, you guys are down here. You guys can sort of like peek over the edge if you want, and I'm kind of picturing it like you guys are sort of just like wandering around making food and stuff. It's still a journey to go up and over, but you can sort of see down, like over in this like thickly forested area. There's something very large moving through the trees, and the trees themselves are like moving, right? So it's just very large. You might not want to go that way, but whatever it is, it's back over here, and it's going this way, and you guys are aiming to go this way. So might be something to keep an eye out once you get to the other side of the ridge, that is. Hopefully that makes sense.
Sure. What sort of rate does it look to be moving at?
It doesn't. It's certainly not going quickly. It's sort of like just like meandering. Like it'll go a little ways and like stop for a minute, and then it'll go a little ways and stop for like a minute. It's hard to tell if it's like searching for something or what. You're not sure. Maybe searching for food for all you know. But the other notable thing is up towards the peak you see a trio. It looks like three like very large winged creatures sort of like circling each other. Two of them seem to be fighting, and the others sort of like just at a distance observing that like event. That is until you're like reaching the end of your meal and you're getting ready to go. And the third one that had sort of been observing this like weird fight situation, whatever that was about, seems to be gone just from that group, as the other two are still fighting.
Yeah, as we sort of get towards finishing up the break, so we'll definitely start pointing those out to everyone. But we'll only have started to point those out towards the end of the break, just to make sure that everyone was actually having a proper break themselves.
Fair enough. Yeah. So you're kind of like, oh, there was a weird flying creature over there. It's gone now, and there's a weird large thing down there moving about. Is the gist of what you say? the
More or
TLDR,
less,
if
and
you
like
will.
of the things that are still sort of hanging around, sort of have people individually point them out for people. Like for instance, the large thing that's stopping every other minute. And what was it? The two things flying above the mountain still?
Yeah, so I will say, once you're actually pointing that out to everybody, I'll give everybody else another roll, but let's have it at disadvantage.
For what, perception?
Yeah, perception, please. Because it's kind of being pointed out like again, right?
And damn.
Okay. Itella, did you get that second disadvantage perception check? You're muted if you're not intended to be. You there, Mothership?
Sorry, what?
Disadvantage perception check as everything's being pointed out to you again, but you've already had the chance to see it. So, disadvantage.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, there it is.
All right. So, first and foremost, you're sort of like looking in the direction of this like large like thing moving through the trees somewhere up ahead. Its head sort of like peaks up just above, which I think is you were one off from seeing that. Its head peaks up above the trees every once in a while, and you can see like a giant humanoid head with like one very large eye, just sort of like moving in this direction. It like sees something and stops, and like goes below the trees, like it's investigating whatever it saw. So that's the large thing down there. It appears to be a very large, one-eyed humanoid thing. But I think even more notably, given the time is the third one that I believe Sar mentioned had gone missing. You see it. It is on a ledge, just a little further back from the fight that was going on. But instead of watching the fight, it's watching you. You're not sure you've seen whatever that is before. It doesn't look familiar. Give me a nature check. It's not like super close, so it's not going to be super easy. Not at disadvantage, by the way. Oh wow!
Nice.
No, that is a Weirvin. That is definitely a Weirvin. They're considered lesser dragons. They're very dangerous. They like to hunt and stalk their prey for a time before attacking. And usually, once like they choose a singular target out of a group, so that's disconcerting. But it is watching you, not you specifically, the group you. Just to be clear, I mean maybe you specifically. We're not sure yet.
Does Corwin see the one-eyed creatures?
I mean, you see the movement of the trees.
But he himself does not.
You did not
Right, okay.
like spot the head bobbing up above the trees. No.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so it looks like the area you're about to delve into has some interesting things, including just like a bit of a description of the terrain. It feels like a downward slope, like there aren't any sudden drops like you had to climb up to get here. Maybe there are, but you can't see them from here. It's like mostly a foresty region, and then it's sort of like all foresty around, and then there's like sort of like a clear like rocky area. Like sort of like this down the middle, which is where you guys would be going if you just went straight from where you are. It also might be the most convenient because you can at least see what's ahead, you know, instead of like it being behind trees. That'll be something to figure out next time, however. So next time is the other half of the mountain. So I hope you're all ready for that. For now, though, I think we're going to go ahead and raid Devi and see what they're up to. And yeah, we'll see you guys hopefully next week, and hopefully this time for real, my stream schedule will be back to normal. Maybe. It's a flip of the coin. We'll see. Hopefully you'll be there to find out with me. Have a fantastic evening, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.
It's time.
Take care, everyone.